Hi, guys. So, whoever it was that asked if we were going to go live, my initial response was, hell no. Were you just there? Did you just see the nightmare that I was over there? Oh, God. But actually, I decided to turn it around. And it was you, Mystic. Thank you, Mystic. I decided to turn it around. And for those of us who are insomniacs, then welcome in, Jenna. Thank you. Um, Welcome in. Let's just try and turn this around and like have some fun and lighten it up because I was feeling really heavy over there. And this subject matter, I've been at it all day today. We all have. Every single one of us in this community who's working on this case have been at it. And we are nowhere near um we're just beginning. But I don't want to compare myself to the family. We're not even close to the family. What I'm trying to say is that whatever I feel is non-existent to what they feel. And my heart hurts and it aches because Lynn, who is Holly's aunt and utterly amazing and super kind and truthful, um, she came in and I just so in an effort to lighten it, like make myself feel better, I guess is what I'm trying to do here. It's really self-serving. I just wanted to hang out with you guys and hang out with my friends. And we can talk about the case. We can talk about whatever. You can ask questions. If I can answer them, I will. Um, and if not, you can talk about whatever. We're doing open discussion tonight. Who cares what the subject matter is? Let's just talk about it all. Who cares? We're insomniacs. We're hanging out. We're gonna do our thing, and we're gonna chill tonight. This is a chill chat. So let me go in and say hi to everybody that was kind enough to come over here. K-Braze, Ava, Carol Claus. I love you. I really do. And I'm so happy that you're here. Um, Eva, Mystic, who requested, and I'm really glad that you did. It made me feel so much better now that I'm here. And sometimes it's really hard to push that live button. And I'm really glad that I did because I'm gonna have some fun. I don't know how. I don't know what we're gonna do. But we're just gonna chill and have some fun. Crazy mama, boss lady. Um, I have a special thank you to my friend Wheel B out there who he was taking care of me, and he's a great guy, and I'm really glad that he's on our side. Amanda Meatfoot, I love you. Hey, did our friend fall asleep? Did Melissa Jane fall asleep in this live? Oh my god, that's so funny. Allie always does great lives. She's amazing. She has a way of breaking things down, and she's so sweet and she's so kind and soothing. But don't get it twisted. The bitch is feisty, and she will let you have it if she doesn't agree. She will let you have it. He is a cool dude. He really is. Oh, thanks, Jenna. I'm so glad that you're here. I really, really am. And my Wolfie, special behind the scenes thank you to you. Um, almost positive she did. Wolfie has claws. Wolfie! I guess it's more of a howl. Awoo! Where's our Awoo? I need my Wolfie Awoo. Um, so it's just been a day. It's been Oopsie. Let me fix that. I did clean my office from earlier because I was so embarrassed that I showed you guys that. So it's all tidied up now. See? See? It's all tidied up now. All my desk. I mean, this is still my papers, but everything else is clean. Even wiped down. We did the right things. It's been constant research, and I do want to talk about one thing with the case. Oh, thanks, Mystic. What was what noise? We're not going to talk about your last text to me, Missy. So if I were you, I wouldn't pull at that thread if I were you. I really wouldn't. You have claws too? LFT's a baby wolf. I know I confused Kitty with a wolf. That was really dumb. Um, so I did want to clarify one thing, and having to do with what I was saying on Allie's live as far as the procedural stuff. What I was trying to say very badly was that I offer no excuses for anything that this monster did, and I offer no excuses for the screw ups that law enforcement did. I offer none of that. There is no excuse. We're not doing that. What I am learning is the law, and that is a tricky SOB. Hi, Pointer. Thanks for being here. The law is a tricky SOB because the law is black and white. And the law says certain things, and you have to follow these steps. And in this case now, one case is, I don't want to say easier to solve, but it was. It was pretty much laid out there for them. The second case is harder because, and they really are two separate cases. I know that they seem like they flow together and that one affects the other. It does. But now that I'm learning about the law, and I had this person explain things to me like I'm a toddler, which I loved. Please feel free to talk to me like that when you're explaining something, because it was just real. The way that it was explained was absolute perfection. And I'm telling you, when I told this when they explained that to me, the light bulbs were going off right and left. Hi, law nerd Amber. Welcome in. The light bulbs went off. Does that make sense? Like the light bulb, you're like, oh, like all of a sudden, all the dots started to connect and things started to make more sense to me. And I need things to make sense. I need to rationalize stupid. I'm that person. I need to figure out why you're doing the things that you're doing or why you said things. So I want to know why he did this. Well, we know why, because he's a sadist over and over again. And he's a horrible human being. But also, I know. Also, it makes me go back what on earth? Hang on one second, you guys. Hold on. We may be playing a I just got some information. Hang on one second, you guys. I'm so sorry. Hi, Shelly. Control is what you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I did a very poor job. I'm not Jen Lu. Jen Lu, she's really good. She's brilliant. Whoever said that she's brilliant and quick-witted and all the things, she really is. And when she says something, she understands. She understand what I was going for and what I was saying. Okay. Okay. All right. Do you have a link? We're going to be watching something here. It has to do with the case. It actually just aired, apparently. I want to try and see what. I just got a message about this. I don't know what it's about, so we're going to learn together. That's how you react when you visit Chick-fil-A. You know what? You can't try and get into. I agree with you. You can't figure out what's going on. Okay. But like when we started back with the Watts thing, it was like, did you look at Shenan and did you look at Nicole Kessinger? Like apples and oranges, man. I don't know. I just couldn't imagine one over the other there. Trying to rationalize stupid, I guess, is what. Okay. Sorry, getting live updates as we speak. Wolfie, I had a Chick-fil-A breakfast for the first time a few weeks ago. I've never had Chick-fil-A breakfast. Okay. Okay, this person's going to give me some information that I'm going to relay to you guys firsthand right now. Here we go. We're getting it live. But what I was saying before is that I did a poor job of explaining, and I get upset because when kids are involved or animals are involved, that's my hot button. And I'm an emotion. I've already told you guys. Where's LFT, by the way? Hello, LFT. Get your ass up here. I told you guys that I'm an emotional girl. They really are the best. And I do get emotionally involved in the cases that we look at. I can't help that. Also, when you have someone tell you things that you've never heard of, that's not even a thing. Like, it's not even a thing that you've heard of. And it doesn't make sense. And I will only tell you that the one word that was used was torture. It's not a fucking K. And I'm not a fucking K with it. So everyone is entitled to their opinion. I encourage you to research. I encourage you to Wheel. You didn't hear my special thank you, but I said a special thank you to you for just checking on me during the live. I appreciate that very much. You've been amazing. Just in the nickel of time, there she is. Hi.
Hello.
You know what's interesting? Mystic. You are the second person to say that thing to me today, and that there's a lot of we're discovering some things in some people that should never have been born. Says Holly's family said it was in her handwriting, possibly the victims. Okay, so there's an interview that was done, and this person sending me the bullet points, which Ashley Banfield has completely incorrect. So let's just straighten that shit right out right now between us folks just sitting here. Okay? Because we're going to give you what's real and what's not if we know it. First off, Ashley mentions the list, which we all know we've talked about tonight. It's actually not a ledger, it's not a list, it's an address book that looks like it's ancient, that people have had for years. And it has the names on it in Jesse's handwriting, not Holly's handwriting. I can't say that enough. And says that Holly's family said it was in her handwriting and possibly the victims. I have a copy of it. I mean, if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would say, ooh, maybe, like, that's interesting. But that's not true, because I have a copy of what they're calling the list, and I have a copy of his handwriting. And they are pretty damn close. I'm no expert, but I mean, I can do CAPTCHA. I can line them up. Plus, a photo of children in compromising positions could implicate. Okay. So apparently there was an interview done with Mr. Webster. It's coming out. I don't think it's hit quite yet, YouTube, but we'll look for it so we can play it. I'm going to read this. Hang on one second. Is this okay to read out loud? Okay, so this will be public. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you as it's coming to me. I wanted to make sure. Ashley mentions the list and says that Holly's family said it was in her handwriting and possibly the victims that they found bloody clothes. No, it wasn't in Holly's handwriting at all. Nope. It's not a ledger. It's not a list. It's a list of birthdays. 3 exes, sisters, Cody, the brother, the mother, an aunt. There was a victim, but she is alive. There was no. And if we're talking about the same damn list, it's not. This is not on there. Some of the photos. By the way, this list or this interview was done with Justin Webster, who's Ivy Webster's dad. Plus some of the photos of children in compromising positions that could implicate Holly, and asked Justin if he thinks Holly was involved. He says he took the list out of the deck and said, "Here, start your investigation." Really? He said in terms of the bloody clothes, he asked the detective, and the detective told him no bloody clothes. And they had been turned into him, and they hadn't found any bloody clothes. I know one of the things that was found, and I won't tell you what it is. It's been put out, but I'm still not going to discuss it. And I'm positive with all my heart and soul that it was turned over. Now, why they didn't tell this to Mr. Webster, I'm not sure. Or why they're causing friction between the families, I'm not sure. In terms of the Polaroids, he said there were Polaroids. Now, the other day, he said there were no Polaroids. Okay. And I get that. I'm going to finish the statement first. In terms of Polaroids, he said there were Polaroids. And the ones that he saw, there were no nude ones. And that they were possibly taken by his daughter. And they were decent and clothed. That's what he said. I don't know what the Polaroids were. So I don't know. I don't have any confirmation. I don't have anything on that. I know that initially Mr. Webster said that there were no Polaroids. Now we're saying they. Well, that was rude. Get her back up here, somebody. Hi, Yorkie. Oh, welcome to Insomniacs General. Let's be honest with each other for 2 minutes, okay? So there she is. There she is. Hi.
Sorry, didn't mean to have my camera on.
You're okay. You're still cute. In terms of what I think of Mr. Webster, I like him very much. And I think, no, why? Do I sound far away?
From Oklahoma?
I think, oh, yes, I am far away. I'm in, I don't know, far, far, far away. In terms of Mr. Webster, he is looking through every one of the family members is looking through a lens of pain and horror. And I can't imagine going in the house where my daughter was just tortured and killed. So also, I don't think people were very nice. You know, I don't think that they were very welcoming and very kind to him during a time when the police should have. Not making excuses for anything, but I look at Wheel V's comment. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Do that and eating.
What's eating?
The sandwich that I started on at the beginning of Allie's live that I haven't even finished.
Oh, I think Mr. Webster, I think Mr. Bruce, man, I'm trying to fix my sound. Mr. Brewer and all of the family members, including Holly's family members, are all just broken. He says his daughter has a Polaroid camera and her and Tiff often take photos. Then Ashley says, well, Lynn told me she found some exclusive Polaroids and they found in a binder some bloody baby wipes, some bloody toddler clothes, and restraints taped to a dresser. And police were rather dismissive to her, and she can take the restraints and throw them out. They took Ivy's Polaroid and used it for pictures. The person said, not in the video, but wondering if Jessie took Ivy's Polaroid and used it for pictures. Where did she go again? Every damn time I turn around, she's gone. So maybe he used, there she is again. Maybe she used, or maybe he used the Polaroids for other pictures. I am not saying that I don't believe Mr. Webster by any stretch, because I support every single family member here. What I don't support is the families fighting amongst each other at this point in time. What I'm hoping for is that I think people came in. I think some people came in at this time. I think some people came in the house at that time. And I'm not really sure where wires are crossed. I think that law enforcement has been a total douche canoe all the way around and has not helped the families. My hope and my prayer for these families, every single one of them, is that they get trauma help. They get help for PTSD and not some state funded bullshit. Like, I want them to get the best of the best. That includes the Webster family, the Brewers, Holly's family. I don't give a shit about the McFadden's, to be fair. I think they're already screwed up. Then Ashley asks if it's possible that maybe there is a different investigators and layers of evidence that maybe only Lynn knows about and only Justin knows about, and maybe Ellie is keeping from everyone. And his attorney says, absolutely. Holy crap. Let's read that one again. Then Ashley asks if it's possible that maybe there's different investigators and layers of evidence, and maybe Lynn knows about some and Justin knows about some, and Ellie is keeping it from everybody. And his attorney, the one that I tweeted, said absolutely. So I think what is happening here is that law enforcement either isn't connecting with each other. That's a problem. And they're giving two different stories to two different families, which is offering conflict. And that's total bullshit, in my opinion. Get your shit together. As my friend LFT says, get to a damn tall table and get your shit together. Where are you? Why aren't you speaking?
Because my computer cries when I unmute or put on a camera, apparently, and spins.
Tell it to fuck up. Are you reading comments? I'm trying to see. I keep getting bubbles, so I'm trying to wait to see what else comes through here. This hasn't been made public yet, but when it does come out, I encourage everybody to go over and watch it. And also, I want everyone to be kind to every family victim, or every victim's family. I'm getting, let me get my water. Hold on. Let me catch my breath. Attorney. This is the attorney talking. When the Webster family called me and I tried to help, I was getting blocked from every turn. And I think you can see from the video with Justin, the detective, exactly what I'm talking about. So law enforcement, while we talked about earlier tonight, has their methods. I also think that they're imbeciles out there. I'm not going to say what I was just going to say because I don't want to give away too much, but maybe not the tightest force out there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no NYPD, ain't no LAPD. You know, it's just like Barney Fife. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Mrs. O. I have hair in my mouth. Attorney, the only thing that we have keeping everything in line is the media investigating matters. That's from the attorney. That's interesting. And he said he called every contact he had. Now, I don't know if you guys, did we talk about on Allie? Did we talk about the tweet on Allie's? I'll show you what
which tweet?
The attorney.
You got in there that, no, I don't think we even got that.
If you guys have questions, please feel free to ask too.
I swear, I'm watching the chat, and yes, but I was just trying to get a bite or two in. I'm really sorry.
Okay, let me send this to myself here because I got.
Yes, hey to everyone in chat too. I'm sorry, I didn't even say hello. I saw Frigidaire, Nightbot.
This person just said he called every contact he had to put pressure on law enforcement by shaming them and embarrassing them. I don't think. Hi, Petunia. I'm not really sure that might be the best method to pressure law enforcement by shaming them and embarrassing them. I think the best, I don't know. I'm not an attorney, so he's obviously going to use things that I don't know about. He's more educated than I am.
Wait, I kind of echo Jenna, and for a second she says she's really confused, and I'm kind of, don't get mad when I say this, but my wife, I think it was kind of cutting in and out when you were.
Yeah.
What was the big thing that you? I don't even want to look at my phone because if I open another device, I think the lights will go off and everything will shut down. So can you just give me a Cliff Notes version of what you just said in the last like 3 minutes?
Yeah, so I'm getting updates because Justin Webster did an interview with Ashley Banfield, and it's not out yet. But we're getting the Cliff Notes version before it's live. So I'll start from the beginning because it's not that long. It says the number of Justin Webster is Ivy Webster's dad talking to Ashley Bonehead. I used to really like her. What happened? God. I used to really like her. Ashley mentions a list and says that Holly's family said it was in her handwriting and that it was possibly the victims that they found bloody clothes. Plus, some of the photos of children in compromising positions could implicate Holly, and asked if Justin thinks Holly was involved. He says he took the list out to the deck and said, "Here, start your investigation." In terms of bloody clothes, he said he asked the detective, and the detective told him no bloody clothes had been turned into him and that they hadn't found any bloody clothes. Well, they didn't fucking look. In terms of Polaroids, there was a 4-inch stack of Polaroids. In terms of Polaroids, he said there were Polaroids, and the ones that he saw, there were no nude ones, and they were possibly taken by his daughter and were decent and clothed. That may be true. I'm not arguing anything with anybody because I've not seen any Polaroids. He says his daughter has a Polaroid camera, and her and Tiff often took photos. Then Ashley says, well, Lynn told me she found some explicit Polaroids, and they were found in a binder, some bloody baby wipes, and some bloody toddler clothes, and restraints taped to the back of the dresser, and that the police were rather dismissive to her and said she can take the restraints or throw them out. Then Ashley asks if it's possible that maybe there are different investigators and layers of evidence that only Lynn knows about and only Justin knows about, and maybe Ellie is keeping it from everyone. The attorney says absolutely. When the Webster family called me, this is the attorney. When the Webster family called me, I tried to help. I was getting blocked in every turn. And think you can see from the video with Justin, the detective, exactly what I'm talking about. And he's talking about the detective saying, well, what do you want us to do? Your fucking job. Your job. I want you to do your job. You have one job. You're an investigator. Investigate. Attorney is the only thing we have keeping everything in line. Attorney said the only thing that we have keeping everything in line is the media investigating matters. I called every contact I had to put pressure on law enforcement by shaming them and embarrassing them. She asked if all victims were sexually assaulted, and he says, I cannot comment on my daughter. Whew. Then he says, in terms of misinformation, I was only there on Friday, and none of these items were found on that day. But what I can say is on Friday, she found 5 phones and hid them in her trunk and refused to give them to law enforcement until I brought it up. This is what Justin is saying. I will tell you that she did find 5 phones, and she did find things, and she did give them to law enforcement. But she wanted to make sure she gave them to the right law enforcement because she didn't trust the police that were there. So she put them in plastic bags, as she said, right? And she gave them to OSBI. That's what I know. It wasn't. So what I'm saying is exactly what I thought was happening is happening. Law enforcement, we have Mr. Webster, who wasn't there at the same time as the aunts and the godmother, the aunts and the godmother were not keeping things from law enforcement. She was giving things to law enforcement. She was just giving them to different law enforcement because she hadn't had a very positive experience with those people that were staying in the house, right? It says, and that she may have been withholding the bloody clothes like she did with the phones because OSBI would have collected them. This attorney is a piece of work. He's very accusatory on something that he shouldn't be. Because you're going on one half of the story. Hang on, I'm trying to find what I did with my fancy dancy tweet. And then Ashley said, well, it really doesn't make sense why she would. Hang on. The attorneys, or Ash, oh, there she is. Then Ashley said, well, it really doesn't make sense why she would come on national TV, put this stuff out to the public if she didn't actually hand it in. Here's what I'll tell you. I'm going to break a very slight confidence. Don't panic, Lynn. Nothing major. Nothing that we've talked about. But I will tell you that the very day that she turned things in and the very day that she saw this stuff, she was messaging me at 3 a.m. because she doesn't sleep either. She's having a very hard time with what she saw. She's having an enormously hard time losing her niece and her grandnieces and nephew. And she swears, and I believe her, that she turned everything in. Now, maybe this dude doesn't know what she turned in, and maybe Mr. Webster doesn't know what she turned in. But just being around Jess McFadden, Holly, beware of his deviant behavior. Prison roommate said that he talked about, yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, criminality. There's my girl. There's my girl. Thank you. We were talking about you. My understanding is, LFT, what are your thoughts on that, actually? Hearing what you just heard there.
You're going to kill me when I tell you what just happened. Like, don't even ask me that question right now, because I got to rewind and catch what you just said. I'm
not rereading it.
I don't.
Mm-mm.
Don't. And I'm.
Mm-mm. You can wait and watch. You can watch it with the rest of them. Then the lawyer butts in, seemingly frustrated, and says, when you have never seen law enforcement with such high-profile case not come forward and do press. Oh, so he's saying, when have you not seen law enforcement? The lawyer then butts in, seemingly frustrated, and says, when have you ever seen law enforcement on such a high-profile case not come forward and do a press conference? Mr. Attorney, do you want to warn every child predator out there? Are you helping? I don't understand why we're entitled. Listen, you guys, we're entitled to zero information. The fact that we have any information, we're freaking lucky. Okay, we're entitled to nothing. Nothing. I don't feel like I'm missing the point here when I say, dude. Right? Sled Stephen Smith. There you go. There's a lot of cases that we're seeing where law enforcement is not maybe what we thought. And I also want to say that I don't believe that of every single agency. I really don't. love law enforcement, and I think the law is interesting as hell. And I'm really grateful for those who know the law and are educating me. Because like I said, today was a game changer for me. I learned and started working through the process of separate crime scenes and why people said what they did and how they were really having two separate conversations in one house. And it's really frustrating because I was looking at it from a parent. I was looking at it from a emotional level. I wasn't looking at it from a
You're looking at
law.
it from a civilian. You're looking at it from
Yes.
like a civilian, just like a concerned member of society. Like you were just taking it at face value. Not in a bad way. I didn't mean that in a bad way. I meant
Statement
like,
from Lynn.
oh, sorry, I knocked a little fork and I know it's loud.
This is a statement from Lynn, who is Holly's aunt, okay? That she didn't trust police at first and wanted to give them to a private investigator because the sheriff's office didn't care. And that Justin's wife agreed with her. And that she explained all this to OSBI. Didn't I just say that?
Will you say it one more time? Not that I didn't hear it. Just read it
Girl.
one more time. I did. No, and it's no. I just want you to reread the statement one more time, please.
You reread the statement one more time, please. No, I'm just.
I can't. Just kidding. I can't.
Statement.
If I could, I would.
Because you know why? Because she's got one arm. This is her phone, right? She's looking at her phone. She's got one arm up, a leg over. She's like Twister over there trying to keep a connection, right? Statement from Lynn that she didn't trust the police at first. Who can blame her? And she wanted to give them to a private investigator, which she mentioned. She was hiring a private.
What?
There you go, Pointer. I believe that. I believe it. That she didn't trust the police at first and wanted to get a private investigator because she believed the sheriff's office didn't care and that Justin's wife agreed with her.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. And that's also, look at all their initial interviews. That's exactly what was said.
Right.
Ashley and Justin, Brittany's father, Brittany's mother, I mean, Nathan, Joe, everyone.
Ava, what did you say? I love the law and I love law enforcement. However, now that they're more transparent than ever, it's going to take a while to clean all the corruption and the dirty corners. I agree. That is a great statement. Okay. Thank you. And that's the end of my notes right there. By transparent, I mean, yes. Well, and FOIA requests are being denied for this case right now because it's an open investigation. Good night, K-Brace. I'm sorry I missed you.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at chat because like Tia said, if I move, everything goes to crap. But have a good night.
Oh, Meatfoot, what's wrong with your shoulder? Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. She's got to ice her shoulder.
Wait,
knowledge is power.
I saw that. Where was I going?
Mrs. O, me too. I'm always on the side of the law. Here's the deal. The law's tricky. And where sometimes I'm learning. Today was such a great lesson. Oh my God. Such a freaking great day for a lesson. The 2-hour phone call I had was, I learned more on that damn call than I did during the Watts case. There's so much red tape involved in law enforcement. and they view things very black and white. So, like I said on Allie's panel, the crime scene is outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that law enforcement, I'm not saying law enforcement is playing both sides. What I'm saying is, and I don't know this for a fact, this is more of an insinuation, speculation, Your Honor. How does that sound, Jenna? I don't think they're playing both sides. I think there might be different levels to law enforcement. I'm talking to Rich.
Well, we
She's
know they're
talking to
different levels.
John. I'm talking to Rich. She's talking to John, and they haven't connected yet with their stories. That's what I'm saying. How about that? Is that fair? I don't know if that's true, but that's my assumption at the moment. Is that? Oh, I didn't know you had
that makes
shoulder
sense.
surgery.
Oh gosh.
Go ahead, LFT.
No, that makes sense. But I think the other thing that makes sense and that we know it. I mean, we all get it, but I got to be honest. I'm looking up the county procedures and their laws and how and this is not as easy as a Google search as I thought it might be. But I think what gets people like us sometimes frustrated and being like where we see like a glaring thing, like why not go into the house? Why wouldn't you want the cell phones? Is because I think we need it would benefit ourselves, even though it's frustrating, is that we need to learn. And again, this goes back, I agree with Tia, it goes back to the phone call today. I really want to have a better understanding of the legalities and the protocols and procedures that are in place. And
that makes a difference for me now. I'm hearing an echo.
Just to help me. I don't know what to do then.
Okay, that's fine. We'll work through the echo. We'll work through it. It's fine. Yes, I do, Mystic. Actually, Mystic, my
the lights.
No. Oh. We have some of this that we spray around the office. And there's my Palo Santo right here. I have an entire thing of it. I actually bought it with LFT. It smells really good. I'll burn it after we're done talking to cleanse. I got you. I got some Palo Santo. I got some white sage. I got all the things. Hi, Riddler. Thanks for being here. Because
does that not make sense what I just said?
What did you say? I'm sorry. Could you repeat it? Hi, Ashley Ann.
Well, you should be hearing it twice if I have an echo. That for to feel, I don't know, more in sync with what's going on, or to understand in all these why questions we're having, like why didn't they do this? Why aren't they interested in that? Why didn't, like, I think we try to grasp more of the internal workings of the law enforcement.
Yes.
Maybe that would help us the picture would become clearer. And I have no doubt that we're still going to find flaws. Do not get me. I'm not siding with, like, why are we talking about LE? They haven't done anything wrong, because I would be effing lying. Like, I can't say that, but I'm wondering, I think that's part of it. And this, I can't even imagine, like, it's like Jen Liu with trials. She's watched so many and she understands now. Like, she even said, I can't remember, this was a conversation I had with her, like offline.
I got another
online,
statement
but
from Lynn, by the way.
Okay, but just that she'd watched so much, and in like every case she learned more and more and more, and like she could predict next, like what the prosecutor or like what they were going to do. But it's because she had to have an understanding of the procedures and the reason, like what these, like what that, why did they just object to that? What does that objection mean? Like, what grounds are they objecting on? Do I understand the grounds?
Right.
And I think that has to be, not that we don't know how law enforcement operates. We're not, no offense, like we shouldn't be doing this if we don't. But I can tell you, I want to know more.
I didn't go
And
to law school, but I'm sure going to try and look up procedurally how Oklahoma is supposed to do things. And
mhm.
that's not because I'm smart enough to go, oh, I need to look up because I need to know. It's because someone told me to do it. And I'm really grateful because
Mhm.
let me read this statement from Lynn. Lynn says,
Okay.
OSBI said I didn't have to turn anything in that day, that it was no longer considered a crime scene. They refused to take the restraints with them. So please feel free to share that. Oh, and I also told them I wanted to pray to figure out what the right thing to do was. His wife said, she is right. Let's give them to a lawyer. Remember, OSBI did not get on the scene that until the next day. And in fact, told us it wasn't an active crime scene. Because why would you let someone roam around an active crime scene, right? It's not a crime scene. It's not an active crime scene. It was released. And in fact, they told us it wasn't an active crime scene until they stepped on the property. He should have been thanking me.
OSBI.
Mm-hmm. It was me who found the bloody toddler panties. It was me who got blood on them. It's me who found the evidence that blew this up. Let me read that again. It's from Lynn. She wants this shared publicly. Okay. OSBI said I didn't have to turn. Oh, God. OSBI said I didn't have to turn anything in that day, that it was no longer considered a crime scene. They refused to take the restraints with them. So please feel free to share that. Oh, and I also told them I wanted to pray to figure out what the right thing to do was. His wife said, she's right. Let's give them to a lawyer. Remember, OSBI did not get there on the scene until the next day. And in fact, told us that it wasn't even an active crime scene until they stepped on the property. He should be thanking me. It was me who found the bloody toddler panties. It was me who got the blood on them. It was me who found the evidence that blew this up.
Mhm.
Comments, questions? What are we talking about here? I don't know.
Well, I was about to say, I may have misunderstood the sentence, but where the wife said she's right, give her, does that mean a member of law enforcement had their wife with them at the scene?
No, the wife of Justin Webster, Mrs. Webster.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you, Ashley. Got it. Okay,
She was worried that the
makes
phones weren't going
sense.
to be. Okay, here you go. She was worried that the phones weren't going to be in the right hands based on the way the sheriff's office acted. Who could frickin' blame? Justin's wife wanted to hand the phones to a PI or a lawyer. She didn't even want to hand them over to law enforcement. Justin, come on. Let's all be team players here. Let's not go after anybody for the wrong reasons. Right? Like, ugh. Frustrating.
What day? So Mrs. Webster wanted to hand the phones to a PI or the lawyer. Okay,
Mystic, have y'all ever took a deep dive into the Girl Scout murders? If not, do it. They were dealing with some weird shiz. I love weird shiz. I think this case will go that way too. I don't know why, but gut feeling. I don't know about that case. Are you able to tell me what state that case is out of? I'm not familiar. and I would like to look it up. I was a legal assistant. I'm understanding some of those procedures, but they needed to collect evidence. That was just ridiculous. I agree. Most people may not know this, but in the early 1900s, people would become a lawyer after passing the bar in their state without attending law school. 4 states still allow this? Which states? Can I become a lawyer? Can I be Tia Dash? Lawyer?
Oh, good. Oh, yes. You already are. Don't worry about it. You're good.
All right, that's fine.
You're good. But wait a minute. This is where I get confused. Where Kate just said that, okay, she thought it was important. The sheriff's office said to either take them with them, okay, or throw them away. I thought the sheriff's office, like by the second day, had handed it over to the task force. I mean, granted, I do know that the task force falls within the sheriff's office, but I thought it was kind of allocating more to the specific task force in OSBI. And then it was passed back.
OSBI wasn't there yet. They weren't asked to come on scene yet. So I need to know.
I need to know when I want clarification. Then I'm like you again. I'm back now. I'm back to being like a little irritated. Not any of y'all. I just said.
No, I agree. No, OC stepped in and took over the next day, which was Saturday, right?
Well, here's my deal.
Hold on one second, because the landlord called the family, which is why the family were there, and said that they wanted to get all the stuff out, or he was going to put it in a dumpster because the crime scene had been cleared. Oh, Raymond.
Yes, that's true. But
and they were not Wednesday, there the day she found the bloody clothes.
Okay, but here's my next question then.
Mm-hmm.
Then I need clarification, or I'm asking you all to tell me like I'm a 2-year-old. Wednesday, May 3rd, police of Chief of Police Joe Prentice gets up and does the initial press conference where they give, the victims, what happened, et cetera, et cetera. He proceeds to then say about, they walked around the house, saw that mound of dirt, looked funny, whatever. That's when they sent in the request for the search warrants for the property as well as the residence. Additionally, after that, he goes into say the investigating agencies and the ones supporting, kind of referencing giving thanks to that have been there already. Not only is it the Mulgee County, I believe it was the
Pittsburgh,
Henriettaville Fire Department. No, Henrietta.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Henriettaville. Or Henrietta Fire Department, Police Department, the Nathan AG's office, OSBI, ATF, all them. So that's by Wednesday. They're announcing he's now associated all those investigating agencies with this case.
Which is probably true.
By Wednesday, May 3rd, during that press conference.
That probably did happen, right?
And so that's what I was just trying to clear. I'm just trying to clarify. I'm assuming that Wednesday. Yeah, so they find him on Monday. The press conference Wednesday, May 3rd, and that's when.
Okay, let me backtrack on my thought process here. We really need to get this timeline in order. I need to. Wyoming, New York, Maine, and their requirements in certain. Wow, my gracious, Wheel. Just love your information. I really do.
I was just
yes, it's a big case. It's all over the place. Okay. Mystic, thank you for that. We're going to look into that. That's very disturbing. I don't want to say interesting. I want to say disturbing. The local police department must have shallow wisdom. Love how you place that wording. They probably figured the suspect was deceased, and so were the victims, hence case closed. That's exactly what I said on Allie's. 2 different cases. 2 different cases. That's what we need to understand, is when they walked on the property, they were looking for 2 girls and they wanted to see what happened to them. They found the 2 girls, and in addition to the 2 girls, the perpetrator and his family were dead. Case closed. There's a crime scene. In addition, you have crime scene number 2 with how they got there. But this one, closed by, we already understood what happened there. That's my understanding of how it was explained to me today. Am I wrong on that, LFT? Do you see what I'm saying there?
I mean, no, I see what you're saying there, but these were the same things that this is where it comes in. All right, stop, so stop right there. We found them. We've located these 2 missing individuals. We found them. All right, so that part's done. We can conclude, I guess, based on their cursory review of stuff at the outdoor crime scene, what happened. Okay, that's done.
2 missing girls, case is closed. Homicide has been solved.
Okay, so then what is it? All right, you're at that point. You're still on the ground having this go on.
Right.
What is the protocol or procedure? What happens next? All right, why did this happen? What, was there distress? Do we know if anything was happening before? What is the procedure that kicks that into gear that would make them go into the house, that they would want to get the electronics, that they would want to see if there is additional, evidence hidden somewhere? Is there anyone else involved? Like, what is that procedure that kicks that off, and who makes that call?
Great question. Let's find out. Now let me go back to chat.
Because, all right, and Tara, that's what I thought.
So let me read my notes really quick from earlier today, because this is going to make sense to you. 2 missing girls is the actual case, right? 2 missing girls is the case. Girls found, homicide. Then we need to find the perpetrator. We need to find who did this, right? Well, they did. They found the perpetrator. Perpetrator's dead. Case closed. What we need to find out is procedurally what the next step is.
Additionally, in addition to that, we need to know, and I think, Jen and everyone on panel, when I asked this on Allie's, was, what do those, this is where I wrote it. I was looking at my notes section. It might disconnect me, but screw it. It's not like I can't come back. All right, here was another question. All right, what could or would those members of law enforcement, what would they know or not know? So they come upon them and they realize it's Jesse McFadden. And they see, okay, they determine he is the perpetrator. All right, what do they know about him at that point? Do they realize that he's a registered SO, which I would assume, yes, they should, because it should pop up, especially because he comes, if I can find it in North Carolina of him on the Oklahoma state records or registry, I'm a little confused with that, but I saw it on there. So I'm assuming law enforcement would. And you see 5 individuals under the age of 18 are included in this tragedy. And he is already, and then not only that, you've got to think that they would be like, holy crap, not only that, look, this man, hey, wait, there's a bench warrant out for him. He was supposed to be in court today for a first,
what are the odds?
Another first degree. What, do they not know that? Should they know that? In my head, I go, how do you not? How do you not know that? And then how does that not prompt you immediately to want to know, to be like, we got to find out more?
And maybe that's what it was. Ava, thank you. I think I was, and maybe I am oversimplifying it, because I'm oversimplifying it so that I understand it, if that makes any sense. It's not to be disrespectful to anybody else. But I agree with you. They should have kept looking with the correct search warrants. That's where I agree with you 100%. Kate, what are you saying? Because what you're saying is important. Really, why would Lynn lie? What's the motivation there, I ask? And tell the world she handed evidence if she didn't do it that's incriminating herself, like obstruction of justice, right? I don't. I'm sorry. I don't get what I get from Lynn. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be down, dirty, and honest with you. What I get from Lynn is a woman who saw things. She's a God-fearing woman who saw things that no one should see ever. That's what I get from Lynn. I also don't get liar. I don't get exaggeration. I don't get any of that from her. I get broken. I also get broken from Justin. I don't think he's lying or exaggerating either. So when I was on panel last night, we were talking about, the different stories that people are telling, and who's lying and who's not. Neither are lying. Neither. They're both giving out information. Oops, sorry. They're both giving out information. The right hand's not talking to the left hand, though. Does that make sense? So that's where I think we're having the problem. Hopefully they'll connect. Okmulgee County Sheriff Office is 18 miles from Henryetta, a 25-minute drive. Whoa. I'm actively texting. Hold on. A probation officer. I know, asking what they're doing to prevent him from becoming the next Oklahoma case. Of course, they won't reply. I'm going to keep on it. Cool beans. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let us know if you need help and what you want us to do. We'll do whatever.
The point is, the system is corrupt, and we need to be up in their business to keep them on track. I mean, if we're supposed to be held accountable, I think we all are. It's right. I'm sorry, it's just the world we live in, and we all have to be accountable. Law enforcement expects that of us, and we expect that of them. And I can't imagine the frustration locally right now. And because I think the emotions that we have, even at Stents, is it puts you, like, you become so passionate and then you're so driven. I can't even imagine what it would be like to be in the heart of it. And not to mention numerous families. And it's not even the immediate family. You have loved ones, you have friends, you have high schoolers, middle schoolers, you have people that the wake of this is big, and I can't imagine how.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
Is there? Yeah. And I'm just. Go ahead.
Nope.
Do we know what evidence? I'll read it. Do we know what evidence was collected? DNA sample. I saw tons of evidence left behind. So I would love to be able to tell you, like, assuming they took it, but I'm assuming they have it now because a lot of family members, anyone that's been in that house, had the wherewithal to know, holy crap, take a picture of this, don't touch it, back up, someone call. I feel like every clip we saw, whether it was a Webster, whether it's Lynn and I believe it was Tiffany. I'm so sorry if I'm getting this wrong, but whoever's godmother it was with, like, you have
Holly's godmother.
They passed the stuff up. Okay, thank you. They passed this information on. I'm trying to gain a better understanding as to.
I know. Riddler.
I
know. And it kind of makes my eyes twitch. I know. But
I know that they're doing the best they can too. But we did suggest, like, if they find anything else, we were just like, paper bags. If you have them, that's, write the date on it, who found it, and you sign it and you pass it over to whoever you give it to, and you make them put a check or whatnot and videotape yourself doing it. I just want them. I want their efforts to be adequate and to prove, like, this isn't BS. They deserve that, like, to be taken. They're doing the best they can, and they're providing information and finding stuff. And they shouldn't know how to do everything perfectly. That's not our job. But if they are able to find anything else, and if they do, I have no doubt that they'll continue to hand stuff over. Because I don't
Does
doubt
not
that there's going to be more.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'm getting some more tea. Oh, wait, you're in my ear. Never mind. Y'all are going to get some more tea.
Keep an eye out for an email with Amber in the name. Yep. You don't even. Yep. Done. I'll be looking for it. The gates are now locked to the property and no trespassing sign is on the gate. Thanks, Ginger, for that, because somebody asked me earlier today, or I think LFT and I were talking about it. Yesterday, the gate was wide open and there was nobody there and they took the car. So I'm glad that everything's closed up. Hopefully, they will keep it like that.
Remember, the Murdochs did the same.
Well, they had somebody staying there too. Any intel can be gained from this and one child can be helped and protected. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, okay, I don't care if you found 30 phones or 6 phones on the property. You know that children were communicating with their parents on their phones, and they were like, well, we found this one phone and this other one wasn't, and this one's broken. I don't know what messages you're talking about. Well, then I strongly suggest you search further and find the effing phones and explain to me, or give a reasonable explanation for why you're not doing that and why you're so shocked that we're asking these questions. Because I've never seen anything in law enforcement where the first thing isn't, where are their devices? This is how we're going to find it. We need to know more. Okay, we can say he pulled the trigger and did this. You can't, I know we can't go to a case with that now because he's now gone, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like, it would be like, okay, he did it. Why did he do it? You have to prove that he did it. Prove to me that he did it right now. You can't even technically really do that. If you want to, in my opinion, if we're going to break this down, now I'm getting frustrated. Now I'm turning into, like, I turn into tea late night and get all frustrated. Look at that face.
The house is in Henryetta, Okmulgee County. Sorry. Brandy J, my lovest. How do you say it?
Oh, y'all want to see my notes? This is, oh, nope, I would be on camera and it will mess up. Y'all, so I write it out too, like literally how it sounds. Oh, wait, I did them for both of them. It's, I wrote, where'd it go? First piece of paper. Well, L freaking FT, where'd it go? Okay, oak, like I did, like oak tree, oak, mole. There's oak, is there an oak wait.
Oh, look. Oh, look, Miss Dick, coming in, Okmulgee. Thank you.
Thank you. But then what's the one, the emoji? Is there the other one?
I don't know. We're not talking about that one yet. I'm barely getting this one done.
Okay, but it's right next door, just so you know.
I can't worry about those people. They're on their own. Every man for themselves. I'm working on one county at a time here. I can be quizzed on Iowa. I know Iowa like the back of my hand. I've never been
on South Carolina and North Carolina.
I've never been to Iowa. I know Colorado and Iowa like the back of my hand, but this is new to me. Oh, thanks for dropping our link. Thank you. That is the one. Glenjamin. Hi, friend. Welcome to the Insomniac stream. Please hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. So can we talk about the 32 cell phones? I need somebody to set me straight. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being for real here. 32 cell phones were found on the property where? And 32. So are you telling me that people tagged that, or people used that for their address for the phone bill? Or what are you telling me there? Okmulgee.
I don't. Okay, so you know that so 32 phones are registered and they're like, damn, they must be a call center. What? I don't know. No one has 32. phones registered in their name to one address. Yeah, actually, let me take that back because apparently someone does. But
That was creepy as hell.
32 phones are three more phones on the property. It doesn't matter. You go and digital is do we not talk about CCTV and everything's tracked? People can be found. I'm assuming Oklahoma has more than big windmills and tornadoes. I know that is not a knock at Oklahoma. Like, I mean that legit. Like, we're not talking about an inner circle in a very desolate town in a very new Zimbabwe that has, nothing.
So the attorney tweeted last night, I'm going to use his words. Henryetta, this is Cameron Spaulding. In case I forgot to say it again, Cameron Spaulding. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of reflex. Every time I say his name, I just kind of want to be like, hey, fuck off.
He's the attorney.
He's the attorney for Mr. Webster. I hope Mr. Webster's good things. I hope for Mr. Webster. What?
I thought my YouTube on the computer is like a 2-second delay. So you're like, I hope Mr. Webster, and then you were still doing the finger, and I was like, no, you don't. What are you doing?
God, no, not to Mr. Webster. Oh, hell no.
Never. I was literally like, whoa. No, not at all. Never do
attorney,
that.
Mr. Webster,
mm-hmm.
My heart goes out to him. Henryetta massacre, breaking news, 32 different, I'm using his language, 32 different cell phones and individuals utilized the House of Horrors as their location address. Information attained by my law firm's PI and now in possession of the OSBI. So then, let's go to Twitter. Did you screenshot my damage today?
Totally. What was that? Yeah. What was that screenshot?
So he puts that out, and then a little while later, the news retracts the story.
So this is the second retraction in 24 hours of something?
Yeah.
I love math.
Math thing sucks.
That deserves a bite of my sandwich. I love pickles.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find my tweet that I tweeted back. Apparently he didn't like it, so he deleted it. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to share my screen and show you. When I tell you I got feisty, it's because Crazy Mom wasn't there to put my leash on. I love when I get feisty. It feels so good.
Now, what was that noise?
It was my evil laugh. How did I do?
I
don't know.
That one was better.
Hold on. So Cameron wrote so let me rewrite that one and read it again. How did that come up so damn fast after I've been looking for it all this time? Cameron wrote, Henryetta massacre, breaking news. 32 different cell phones and individuals utilized the House of Horrors as their location address. Information attained by my law firm's PI and now in possession of OSBI. Then he puts out and says, please notice, this was after it was retracted. Please notice, I provided you a hint. Then within a short time, the media breaks the story. Coincidence? Just walk back my tweets on all my cases. Oh, okay. Because, Cam, let me explain something to you. Not about you, friend. Not about you. Please notice, I can provide you a hint, and then within a short period of time, the media breaks the story. Coincidence? Just walk back to my tweets on all my cases. We're busting our ass to get the truth out there to media and stop the cover-ups. Bullies in power don't want you to know the truth ever. So it pissed me off. And this morning I wrote, please notice, because that's what he wrote. So this is what I wrote. I am not playing Clue or looking for Hansel and Gretel. I want the facts and the truth. We don't have time to look up your old tweets and cases. Kids could be in danger now.
Well, totally. That should have been deleted. Why?
He deleted
You're
it.
such an ass. I know. Look at you. Well, if that, then he should get a load of some of the crap thing that people are saying on. He won't last a minute on Facebook. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I would have a field day there. You could just let me run amok. Amok. Maybe 32 phones were pinned at that address.
Wait. Oh, I'm trying. I'm literally touching my computer screen, trying to scroll up. 32 numbers or 32 phones?
Dia Unleashed. It's not pretty, Glenjamin. It's not pretty. I hate it too, Mystic. I hate it too. And I hate how easy it is for them to get them. Jesse McFadden could have gotten the phones to prisoners. Well, now, Ginger, that's a money-making business I never thought about.
Oh, dang.
That's really interesting, Ginger.
I just tried to pin it from you, like on literally just like on YouTube under my name watching it. It didn't.
It didn't work. 32 phones and individuals that use their address as that location. So you're telling me that the phone bill would go to that location? Is that what my understanding is, Wheel? From what you're hearing there, my understanding is 33 numbers registered to that address. Thank you, Teresa. That's what I'm thinking too.
Let's go back to the number of people that we found associated with that address, Tia, and some of the issues that we're having with ownership of properties.
We got the ownership.
I want to see the deed.
Go in the.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying to you through my eyeballs? You need to read your
that looks.
I know. Location, address through the cell phone company, all active, some old social media tags. This information is limited to make an inference. Ava, that's where I'm confused, and that's why I was kind of hoping you guys would help me understand what you thought that statement meant. Smug. I don't know how you smuggle them in.
Mystic,
prison guards sell them to the inmates along with drugs. Is that true?
I just burped right when I read Mystic's comment. That tells you how I feel.
All right. That's what you've been thinking along. Statement is confusing. Okay. That's how she knows. Wonder if VPNs were scrambling calls to that address. Damn, you guys are coming up with some great thought processes. But what would the point be to have the location? Whoops. Jenna, let me pin your comment. Where'd I go? Okay. So what would be the point to have that location on 32 individual phones? P-O-R-N?
Okay, so which one?
I don't know. I'm actually asking that question.
I thought Enton had to go on and kind of retract that portion of his interview with Banfield because didn't the 32 the original 32 phone thing get tweeted and retracted before they did that news segment?
Sorry, I was trying to give signals to Mystic. They were very obscure though, so I'm not sure that Mystic got those. My best friend was a lieutenant at McAllister Prison, and they do get smuggled in. I think News Nation finally posted. Okay, hold on. Dirty Guards, we're going to play that video. Hold on. I want to see it live and in living color. That's a fact about the cell phone and drugs. They can't use a prison as their location.
I'm turning on the TV. I'm putting News Nation on the TV right now. Hold on.
All right, I'm going to put it out.
I bet my service will last super long. Oh, it's
you're totally going to get off. So all different people. All right, let's let me look up this Snooze Nation. Snooze Nation.
Put it on. Actually,
this case could get Mrs. O, honey. It's already there.
The sad thing is, if this is a horrendous situation, and the worst part of it is that this could be like we said the other night, the small fish in the big pond, and this small fish is already this bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So, question: has any reporters tried to contact the landlord?
We keep
you dirty bastard. There are
Benjamin, I would hate to be the one smuggling in the phones. That would not be pleasant.
So we got 2 new videos here. Do we want to watch the I know what the answer is, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys so you can tell me. Video 1 is exclusive video from inside the Slumber Party massacre. Video 2 is father of Oklahoma victim says authorities are now communicating. We can watch them both. Got it.
Cool.
I'm not sure if this is allowed to say. Anything's allowed to say. I will just delete you if it's not. But I have a feeling the same name starts with an R, and that's why the police investigate.
Starts with an R.
Mystic, I would really love if you would message us in some way, like Facebook, where you have a Mystic, or join our Facebook group, or under a fake account. Don't give me your real name. You want to do both? Okay. Because I never want to, I don't need to know who people are in our Facebook group. I'm not that person who's like, hey, give me your real name and your YouTube name. Never give me your real name. Always give me your YouTube name. I'm not interested in your real stuff. You all need to stay safe.
I'm always impressed. It always impresses me when people like from YouTube that even after something like this, that I'm impressed when y'all actually are able to find me on Facebook. Well, not for the people already in the Decipher group. Y'all don't count because y'all know it. But like when people are trying, I think the 1 or 2 people that have ever tried to find me, they were like, what is wrong with your name?
Okay, hang on, you guys.
It's a lot funnier. News Nation.
Look at that. How can I have lost internet? I'm right here.
See? How does it feel?
Just fine, because I didn't lose anything.
You know by now.
Oh, you, Ashley. Hold on. Let's make sure everybody can see. And I'm going to come. I deleted Facebook, but I'll make a new one. Okay. All right. Just as long as we're on the same page there, Mystic. I'm going to take us off screen so you guys can see better. Trigger warning. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen the video. Probably Tara. ODB. All right. Let's see what Smashley has to say.
News Nation.
Where's Risk when I need him?
Took
She's
a
wearing
gun
white.
and gunned down 6 people.
I'm
including
shocked.
5 kids, his wife and then himself. And this was where presumably he was living, and not just part-time, because it looks like there's evidence of them living there a long time. This is the living room. So I do want to show you that there are some brand new angles and things that we've highlighted that we didn't see before. A lot of computer equipment that was not seized, wasn't taken, hard drives, etc.
Banfield's on right now.
You can see evidence that would have plenty.
What?
Banfield's on right now.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for her. Is it important? Do I have to switch over?
No, not yet. No, not yet. But she's on. I just went to News Nation. I've got it on the TV.
Of DNA on it, maybe hair fibers, alcohols, anything that could identify other victims, maybe other perpetrators, still sitting there for the families to videotape. Families. This is what's so frustrating, is that it's the families doing this. It's not the police. The police should have cataloged every single inch of that horror home, but it's the families doing it. Don't know if the police eventually went in. It was at the families. So the up-close pictures show a lot of restraints. You've seen some of them before, but you haven't seen all of them. And with regard to the restraints, there are restraints not just in the floor, there's the bathroom, there's also restraints on the walls. There's a restraint on the kitchen counter. What are you doing? What are you doing restraining someone to the kitchen counter? Locks, padlocks, chains. And then we also have evidence from the families again that they moved a dresser and they found restraints in, behind a dresser, taped to the back of the dresser, that the police were not interested in. They actually said to the family member, no, it's fine. Unless you want it, you can throw it out. Unless you want it. What's the family member going to do with a bunch of sex restraints in a sex torture dungeon? And why on earth would you not think that there's DNA, skin cells, something on Velcro restraints that were discovered behind the dresser? Again, family members finding all of this. Now let's go into the hallway. Because in the hallway, I'm going to pause as we get down the hallway. I want you to take a close look at the door. Because if you look at the hallway...
There's a hole in the door. Yeah.
There's a chair in it. You'll actually notice that there is a deadbolt lock on the outside. Outside. Meaning you can lock someone in.
Sorry, I'm trying to identify that room. Ava. Oh, Ava, I just adore you. S. Hockett, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the Insomniac stream. I didn't notice this stuff. I gotta hand it to her.
Okay, wait. Will you rewind it like 10 seconds, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Meaning you could lock someone inside that room. Maybe that's why there was a chair in there, but a deadbolt lock on the outside, keeping someone in potentially. Now I have video that we had not seen before of the girls' bedroom. That was something that made us very uncomfortable, because now knowing what the other rooms look like.
Oh, hold the phone. I thought the other room was Tiffany's. That was the master bedroom that had the bolts and the locks. My mistake. They never showed.
Because that's what on our phone call today, when you had to pop off for a second, I said it was the master bedroom. And then
you're right. Which I thought it was initially, but then I got nervous. So it's my fault. Yeah, my fault.
Okay. So let's make sure that we tell her that again tomorrow. Because while you had to pop off for a minute and we were still talking, I said it wasn't the kids' room, it was the master bedroom.
Hold on. I got to make sure I get this copied too. I'm going to put this in our group.
So it was a regular teenage bedroom. It's just confounding to know that feet away are sex toys and weapons and drugs and syringes and restraints.
All right, let me think about this for 1 second. So Riley and Tiffany were in there Michael had his own room, and then okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. It makes
Mhm.
sense. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And because I think that's why they kept pointing out, they were like, look, this is Tiffany's bedding, the cow, the black and white cow print. I think that's why they were. Now that makes even more sense to me, because they weren't in the girls' rooms when they saw the bedding, Tiffany's typical bedding that's in her room and on her bed was in the master bedroom.
Pointer. You guys are the best.
Floor to the walls. There's clothes in the closet for teenage girls. There's bedding that's still there. Nobody decided that maybe any DNA might be on that bedding that could be tested. Clouds on the ceilings, just like a normal teenager would have. Posters on the walls, toys, clothing. How long had this house been a torture chamber, a sex dungeon? And how long had it been teenage girls and a teenage boy?
Okay, so you come out, there's a den.
Stepdad of the last year. But this is just so.
You come out to the den slightly to our right. Okay.
It looks like such a normal bedroom inside that house of horrors. And by the way, those dungeony things were not hiding anywhere. They were right there in the living room. They were right there in the kitchen. They were right there in the bathroom. They were right there everywhere. The drugs, the needles, the marijuana chocolate, the drawer full of drugs and alcohol, all of it.
Oh, if you guys haven't seen that, I got that picture too.
Right out in the open. It wasn't being hidden from the kids that were clearly living there. So you now have to wonder, what was life like for those kids? Did they just think that's normal? Or were they part of it? In the computer room, one of the things about this house is that there were just so many computers, just multiple computers. Maybe they were for innocent teenagers doing their homework, and maybe
doesn't bother me so much as the loop next to the computers.
Shipping porn, snuff porn, who knows? Nobody checked, because the computers were all left behind, so were the hard drives, which is just unbelievable. To not just me, to the experts who've seen this, to the families who were gobsmacked by the fact that we wanted to check the keyboard for.
Ashley does love that word, gobsmacked. I don't know why.
I would almost rather that the law enforcement had taken all those, like all the devices, the keyboards, the screen, like heck, the external screen. Clearly, y'all's, because maybe you don't have everything you did in your department, your offices, like y'all don't have the funding to really bump it up. I don't give a crap at this point if you had taken that stuff, cleared the memories, and used them for your own system so it would work better for others in the freaking future. I would have been more impressed if they had done that. That's how irritated I am right now. Again,
Ginger, there would be no need
past like 12:30.
Hold on. Ginger, there would be no need for him to inject the chocolate with meth. It's already got 1,000 milligrams of THC. So there would be no need to do the meth. I mean, you're getting two different highs there. One is you're basically speedballing at that point. Not to the extent of speedballing, but there are two different highs. If you like, THC high is very different from the meth high. So there'd be no reason to inject the chocolates. Two different things.
Oh my God, I just had a horrible thought.
Also, you wouldn't waste it on the chocolate. Just saying. He wouldn't be wasting it on the chocolate. He's going to go right into the person.
It was on that keyboard. It's unbelievable. There's a room with a lot of bags in it as well. And one of the things about the bags is that it was stuffed. They were stuffed so full, it's hard to know what was in them. Could it be mementos, clothing, personal effects, belongings of potential?
This was Holly's office.
That came through that house. Hard to tell. Don't know. Certainly, the families were too nervous and worried about handling the bags up on. Look at all these bags up on the shelves. The families thought, well, don't touch them because the police surely will. Police left them behind. Didn't want to know. Could it be a missing child's clothing, personal effects stuffed into those bags and stuffed up on a high counter or a high shelf? Who knows? And then Michael's room, the teenage boy. Inside Michael's room, hunting equipment, bows, knives.
Is that a freezer in the middle of the hallway?
Yes.
Okay. Don't
Did you not
sound
see that
exasperated.
before?
No, clearly I did not. That would not have I would not have said it like so in awe had I seen it once before.
Yeah, it's a chest freezer. Okay, awesome, Mystic. Did you friend request me? Because you can do that. And also, if not, let me drop the link for this is our Facebook group. You're more than welcome to join. Rules are pretty simple. Be nice to each other, make a friend, and we'll provide all the information. If you have any questions, it's your place to ask. It's just a place to, yeah, it's a freezer. I'll rewind. It's a chest freezer. I saw it when they were in the last time. Where'd it go? We'll go right here.
Teenage boy. Inside Michael's room, hunting equipment, bows, knives. Don't know if they belong to Jesse. Don't know if they belong to the teenage boy. Have they been checked for human DNA? Could it have been possible since Jesse McFadden murdered 6 people? Maybe he murdered someone else? Maybe. Is it such...
Okay, so there's a question that I have for you guys all right there. Remember when we were talking about on Allie's Live, control of 6 people with 1 gun. Now, this kid had knives and weapons. There, to me, logically speaking, okay, perfect, Mystic, thank you. It won't let me add you, only message. Okay, that's weird. All right, I'll check that out in 1 sec. I worry that Michael could have been gone earlier on. Like we said on Allie's, that maybe he kept the girls alive longer than he kept Michael alive, because I can't imagine Michael being... Go ahead, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, it's just, again, I don't mean to be sexist or say it behind it, but that's the male. And that's assuming the landlord's not, assuming it was just Jesse, and then otherwise, instead of 6 girls, I mean, it's 5
But
girls and 1
knives,
guy.
plural. We know that they had a machete next to the bed. I feel like if you could have gotten to it, you would have gotten to it, right?
That, and my thought is, that's always been I think you and I talked about this early on, would be because our instinct would be, it's fight or flight. So I have no doubt that they all in some way were trying to protect themselves. But then I think about Michael being the only, in terms of the other male figure in that household that we know, you know what I mean? Like, that's he needs to get him down first, because he's like, take the male, the other male out, so that you can better control everything else. And
right.
If I had to think like that, and I don't mean that like, not that do it.
No,
Try to take the
you don't
guy
have to
out.
qualify it.
Yeah,
It makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. Let me play this through.
Our conclusion, they were left behind. No one checked. And then the white car outside the house. The white car that, vanished the day after the police were there. Here's a close-up. The families looked inside to get a peek at what was in that car. Word is now it was Holly's car, possibly taken by her mom, Jan. But shouldn't the police have this impounded? Shouldn't they be taking every single piece of trace evidence out of there? Maybe there was someone in the trunk at some point. Maybe Holly was a perpetrator. Maybe her husband Jesse used her car to kidnap kids. Maybe is a big word here. All this evidence left behind, and then suddenly the car is gone. Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation now.
No, Ashley, your perkiness after that kind of just pisses me off. All right, let me play this. Let me play this other one.
It does kill me that they run that, the pre-recorded ad thing. You go from it's like, you get a car, you're going to jail. Like that kind of moment.
He was renting. It was a rental. All right, let me...
Justin is the father of Ivy Webster, one of the victims, and I'm also joined by the family's attorney, Cameron Bradley. You I mean,
Oops, sorry about that, you guys. I wanted to say to LFT, please remind me to put the links in the description tomorrow. Like, we need to take an hour and put links in all of our descriptions because I'm really bad at it right now. I've been really bad.
Cameron's brought.
Oh, Cameron. I think Cameron's catfishing me because the picture on Twitter don't look nothing like this guy. Cameron. Good say. Yes, Ava, that two separate ranches. One, the McAllister Ranch is owned by McFadden's family. This was owned by a landlord. No, it said they was taking them swimming to the ranch at McAllister. Yes. You would have had. Okay.
They provided all of these videos to us. Thank you both so much. Justin, I'll begin with you. I mean, I personally have been so outraged from the moment this story broke. You lost your daughter in this horrifying series of crimes, it appears. Have you been updated at all? Have the authorities helped you to navigate what's happening and where they're going from here to solve this terrible crime?
From the get-go, we weren't getting much information at all from the sheriff's office. Oklahoma Sheriff's Office completely dropped the ball, not once, not twice, but at least 3 times. And since OSBI has been back on the case, they have been absolutely amazing in relaying information to us, keeping us updated. I've been in constant contact with the agent that's on the case and relaying information to us, and it's been wonderful.
What kind of information have they told you, Justin?
Just updates on certain things kind of going on. A lot of stuff, I don't know if I'm allowed to say at this point. So, with the attorney on, I'm pretty sure he can answer some things for us, but a lot of information is pretty much already known for them from this point. But other than that, we don't really, we're still getting answers.
Well, I'm glad that the spigot has finally been opened for you, the family members who are so deserving of information as to what happened in that sequence of events that led to that terrible mass murder. Cameron, maybe you could help. I know you have to walk a fine line as an attorney in that state, but when Justin refers to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, I'm also curious about the FBI. Have they been there? What information has finally been relayed to the families? Information that we have not yet heard.
Well, you have to understand that the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations now has complete control of all the electronic devices, as far as we know. And having done these cases for a number of years, I know that they're going to go through a forensics, and that's going to take some time. But those forensics will likely reveal that it's gone national on the internet. And then they will invite the FBI in to handle other parts of this investigation. And the FBI is very, very good at this. Very good at this. I've worked with them before, and I deeply appreciate their work. And I appreciate the OSBI coming and taking the forefront of this investigation now.
Cameron, about the FBI, I understand that there is a protocol. Law enforcement agencies do have to be requested before they can just, Bigfoot. But we may have other missing children that could have been victimized in that home, which would be instantly an FBI matter. Is the FBI, to your knowledge, working concurrently while the OSBI continues to push this investigation forward? And thank you for letting me know they now, a week plus later, have control of the electronic devices.
Not to my knowledge has the FBI been called in yet, Ashley.
Do you have any information about what the OSBI has at least been able to learn and convey to your clients, to the Websters, to the Brewers, to the extended family members of Holly's children?
No. At this time, they've just shown great deal of cooperation to communicate with me and to communicate with Justin. I have a private investigator who was a former FBI agent, retired FBI agent. She has gathered information in regard to the electronic devices that were used that address as a location. We have other people, and I have forwarded that information to the OSBI. And right now, I want to be careful not to obstruct their investigation and reveal the information that we have uncovered, but it's deeply concerning about that house, about the people related to that house, and other events.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget.
Mystic, try again. I just reset things. What do you guys think about that?
Electric.
It's electric.
Oh, see,
This just,
I'll be
okay,
on
so this
Electric
comment
Avenue.
here, this comment here just made me, I lost it for a second. I had to regain my, as my dad used to say, she lost her grip. I got the church giggles. You must chill. Oklahoma
It was
believes
like
in
you
the
just
death.
snuck up behind her. You're like, no. You was like really quiet in the middle of it, and she was like, "Now I'm going to go to," and they're like, "No." Just
I want to take a
you're
comb
freaking-
and just comb out some of the curls at the bottom. Just a
she's
little. Just
clearly, it's like she
she's
slid
got to
her
know.
feet
She got
across
her
the
professional.
electric.
Like I should be talking about Ashley Banfield's hair. What time is it? 2:09 in the morning. Sorry, Ashley. All apologies. I don't know where the hell I think I am. Fuck. I don't even. I'm on YouTube. Ashley
Yeah,
Banfield.
don't like. She's like, I've got to dry my hair real fast, and then it's like the like L'Oreal commercial. She's like, whoosh. It's just. It takes her like 4 seconds. It's just like, I'm having a horrible hair day. And I was like in this year, you did? I bet that was hard for you that one day. You
My hair's a mess. See, I always because I fiddle with it when I'm nervous or upset. Sometimes I also just have to get it off my face. So behind the scenes, I'm throwing it up like this. And I have troll hair. This is my troll hair. You know, like little troll hug.
I do that.
Yeah.
But I have the habit of twirling. I'll be the one that twirls. Just literally. And I'll catch myself. It's like I just spin it between my two fingers.
My hair is really thick and
I
heavy.
just walk it. I do it when I'm driving.
Do you? My hair's heavy, so it gets on my nerves after a while.
When I drive. When I drive, I do this thing. Brace yourselves. I do this thing when you're just
you
sitting in the car, and I'm
twirl.
just like, or I'll go like that, go up and down, just like the up.
It's good
down,
luck.
Up, down, but then I twirl.
See,
Yeah,
I push my hair up constantly. I'm like, get it off my neck. That's what I'm doing. I'm not putting more volume in my hair because I don't need more volume in my hair. I need to get it off my neck. Bugs the crap out of me.
I think we saw like a whole family of squirrels. What were you saying before? Before we were like, chill, Banfield, and no. And your hair looks good.
Now,
What were you talking about?
You know, an amazing, horrible case that happened. It's a good look, right? You guys like that?
I know, but I think you were totally going somewhere with a really good thought, and I was like,
I have no idea what my thought was. I got nothing. I just thought I'd put my hair up.
Banfield.
Fuck around.
Chill.
I have no idea. I'd have to go back and rewatch
And
our
I
own
think you're actually
stream.
addressing someone's comment.
So that lawyer said what they found out about the people from that house, not just Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny, hi and welcome in. Ava, I can't tell you how many times I've gone past the mirror and been like, oh, who's the fat chick? Oh, scared the the shit out of me. Who's that stranger? This is a great comment. So the lawyer said what they found out about people, not just Jesse, and they're not going to get in the way of the investigation. I wonder what they found out. And what people? Well, I don't know. I know there's been talk. I know there's been speculation. All right, let's just be real here. We're talking about Holly, right? Like, we all know.
This is after hours.
Yeah, we're after hours. It's just us girls in here. Us girls and Glenjamin and Will be, right? It's just us girls.
They're both like, dude,
I know.
what would happen if we bounce? See if they even notice.
I had a friend of mine, Logan, who was a 6'3" African American man who used to say this to me all the time. He'd be like, just tell me, it's just us girls sitting here. He played football for University of Michigan. Like, he was huge. He was great. But yeah, it was just us girls. Shh, don't tell anybody.
I played golf with Carolina's football team. Don't give me that look. I'm not even looking at a screen right now, but I can feel her looking at me. Am I getting an eye? A crappy not. I have it on the chat thing on my phone, so I can't see the video. But that was that. Like, I know that silence. I gotta stop talking.
So let's talk about Holly and be real for 1 minute. On what we know about Holly and how Holly's going to be treated on this channel is she's going to be treated as a victim. She is a victim with 100%. She's a victim. I know what's been said. I know what's been stated. I know there's some speculation on things. I'm not oblivious to that stuff. Right now, until we have physical proof that I have personally seen, she'll be continued to be treated as a victim here.
Be it by her own actions or not, she's still.
That's a great way of.
She's still a victim.
I'm not. I know the talk. I know what people are saying. I know what the families are saying. And for right now, without physical evidence, I'm trying to be clear so you guys get this, we at Decipher are not going to disrespect Holly's reputation until I see physical evidence. Decipher After Dark. Oh, I love that.
Oh my God.
Glenjamin. That's the best ever.
No, and every live should be titled, "Can You See Me?" Because you're trying to find it in the dark.
That is so great. I hope you guys catch my drift on that. We're not stupid. We know what's going on, but we're going to be respectful to everyone right now. How about that? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
When and if information comes out to say otherwise, we will comment further. Okay? I don't mean to be a dick. I'm actually trying to be respectful. because I don't have, I know what I've heard, but I've yet personally to see a physical piece of evidence. And I agree, Ava, it's not fair to damage her reputation. Holly hasn't been buried yet. She won't be buried until Friday. So I think that until Friday, this is going to be one of the longest weeks of our podcast life, because we can't talk about a lot of things, and the family can't talk about the family can't talk about anything until after the investigation is over. Some of the things can be talked about after the funerals, when people are settled, feel more comfortable, all that stuff. Today, on Wednesday or Thursday, early Thursday morning, how about that? That is a great way of putting it, Mrs. O. And thank you for pulling my words out. That's exactly what I was trying to say. That's exactly it. Thank you. We're going to be respectful to all family members here. And that includes, with the exception, because he's not a family member, of Mr. Spaulding. Mr. Webster, Mrs. Webster, the Brewers, fuck it, LaDonna, you get a good one too. Every person in Holly's family, they get our respect, our love, and anything that they want. They get to use our platform for themselves. It's not for us. I'm not interested in, if, like I said, if Lynn or Mr. Mayo or Mrs. Mayo wants to make a statement and they want to use Kate's platform or our platform, they have it. They have it without question, because we're here to support them. Mr. Webster has something he'd like to say. We'd like to support him as well. Mr. Brewer, anybody. And that's not for clicks and views. I don't give a shit about clicks and views. I don't give a shit about clicks and views. You guys are here because you're my friends and we're hanging out in the middle of the night. Because as soon as I go, ooh, that got me all teared up already. As soon as I go and lay down, I'm going to start thinking about some of the things that Lynn sent and some of the horrors that she's seen. And I can't sleep because I've never heard of some of the things that she saw. I'm a pretty well-rounded individual. Yeah. I've heard of some things, but I haven't heard anything like this before.
Yeah, and it's a lot for me to watch my friends take in and try to digest it. And I can't imagine. I think the only benefit for Lori or for Mr. Webster or for Mr. Brewer or anyone in this position right now is kind of, right after the family kind of deal, you're almost so busy, like you're devastated, but it's like planning and we got to do this and this and this. And I feel like hopefully for that's helping them a little bit right now, because they're also in the pursuit for answers. Like, and it's terrible when you have to sit and think about it, but in that moment, you're so focused on, like, not to mention the family logistics things that have to happen, but like in this case, it's almost like I'm going to hate it for them once everything subsides. When
the quiet happens after everything's done.
Don't send me mm-hmm.
That's when.
Don't send me the condolence card the week of. Send it to me 7 months later. Like, send it like.
Mm-hmm. Let me know you
when
care
someone-
the day
when
after.
reality has
Let
to
me
be
know
let
that
back
you're.
in.
I don't give a shit if you're there at the funeral. I won't remember you anyway. Tell me the day after. Tell me a week after. Tell me a month after. And what Ava said, God, you're just on point, Ava. I swear to God. This is how I want to run my podcast with LFT. I'd rather integrity be held and my curiosity be satisfied. I always want to find the answers to something, but I only want to do it if it's within integrity and dignity is being held. If we're losing that, or if we sell our soul to make money or to get bigger numbers, and I've said this to you guys, 100 times, and the girls in front of the scenes and behind the scenes know that we're done. As soon as I start checking numbers and God, I'm sorry, I got choked up. As soon as I start checking numbers, I'm not interested in this anymore. I want to continue to do this because what we're doing is going to be the right thing to do, and how we do it is going to be the right way we do it. If I start checking numbers and looking at money, it took us 2 years and a lot of people yelling at us to get monetized. And I still have questions on that. I still question myself on that. So please don't think that us talking about a subject or a case is here for clicks or views, because that'll be the quickest way for me to shut this shit down so fast your head will spin. Or I'll just take the money off the table altogether and we'll just talk. I'm just not interested. That's not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I know that everyone says that, oh yeah, they all say that nobody's really interested in clicks and views, but I promise you, I'm not interested. And if we can, here's the thing. It's expensive to run a true crime channel. But I'll never ask for money to run my channel, because I didn't start it with money. And we're here because we want to do good things and the right things. I've been in a case very similar with a lot of same elements 20 plus years ago. The families are going through. That's rough. So many people do not understand. You're right. Finding the truth is why I come. In politics, crime, and everything, I just don't really trust media anymore. I just don't want to. I don't want to be too big for my britches, and I want you guys to hold us accountable. Not that I'm not grateful for the memberships. Not that I'm not grateful for the super chats. I totally am, because it helps, do all the fun things in the background that we get to do, like the different applications and stuff. And that's awesome. But I'm not here to make money off of somebody else and their tragedy. Quickest way to shut me down. Having community fallback on is everything. Are you telling me, buddy? Asking your fellow community member if you have gone too far in comments and getting honest. Yes, I do, boss man. Yes, I do. Well, I hope so, Pointer. I got to meet great people like you. Is Muck Boys back here? Muck Boys, why are you not asleep? Why are you not asleep? Yes, I do know what you're talking about, Wheel. So we've been live since 9:30 and it's 2:30. Are you guys ready for bed yet? Should we have maybe 10 minutes of lighter conversation before we let it go?
I'm not asleep yet. I'm still looking at stuff.
I know. I told my husband, I was like, dude, I love you, but I don't know if I'm coming to bed tonight. I have so much stuff to research. Oh.
See, and I'm just to that point where I'm like, Like I could try to shut my eyes right now, but all I'll do is be like thinking and stuff, and it's gonna get to that point where I know I'm gonna even sit here in my pajamas, and it'll get to the point where I'm like, screw it. The next thing you know, it's gonna be like 5:45. I'm like, well, hell, I've been up this long. Let's have a
I know. And
cup
then
of
just a
coffee.
3-hour
And I'll
nap.
take
and
that's
you're-
what I do, like the 3-hour nap from like 11 to
Mhm.
2 or 11 to 1. Yeah, I took a good one the other day, but I had so many things I wanted to say, and I was going, when Tia's done, don't forget to say.
Live research feed.
One, oh, S. Hockett. Wait, S. Hockett, who's Madonna? That was funny. It's freaked to me about 7.5 minutes ago.
Wait,
Saw
what are
that
we
in the
talking
chat.
about?
I'm going, you just got to talk about all your stuff, so now
Yeah, I know.
I'm just putting all my, scroll up in the chat.
All right, I'm
Come
going
on,
to mute
Jesse's
because
mom
I
is-
want to hear what you got. I got to hear what you
That was
got.
it. I don't have anything like that. I just wanted to say, I was reading through the chat. I think it's S. Hockett. I don't know who said it. Someone goes, who's Madonna? Someone was like, it's LaDonna. Like, I just was like, that.
Oh, LaDonna. LaDonna
Yeah.
McFadden is Jesse's mom, and she's been providing a lot of help to Jesse and Cody over the years. I get it. You're a mom.
Sorry,
Your
so I
kids are
just
bad
pointing
seeds,
out.
so.
I
Here's
just
my
thought
question.
it was kind of funny.
The detectives have therapy provided. Y'all should too. You know, S. Hockett, I'll be honest with you, I've never thought about that ever. In my entire time, I've never, ever thought about that. I want to go to Muck Boys. If journalists keep journals, what'll analysts keep?
Dude. All right, Muck, I see you and I raise you. Donald Duck never wears pants. Donald Duck, he's just in his shirt. But yet, every time he gets out of the bathroom or the shower, he wraps a towel around his waist. Anyone else notice this?
I do want to say one thing before the conversation goes to light convo. I think our governor really does take care. You know, I've heard nothing but good things about that governor. I'm going to tell you the truth. Governor Stitt, right? I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't heard anything bad. I've heard very, very good things. So we're going to keep up that talk because we need his help. We need to talk to him. We need his help. Madonna is now apparently an alien. He's got a towel. You're absolutely right. Never thought of that. The things you think about it,
But for real,
and with your friends on YouTube.
Wait, tell me, are we still doing the light stuff, or where are we? This will determine.
We'll do.
We can bounce back and forth. Y'all ever had that moment in the middle of the day when you're just remembering something and you really, and like you physically and almost visibly notice yourself smiling because you're laughing, like in your head, you're alone, you're not saying it out loud, but it just brings that like smile and a chuckle to your face. Does anyone have that? I had a big one today, and it actually involved Tia Dash.
Petunia, thank you for sharing your thoughts on groundwork on this. I've been caught up in Gannon. God rest his soul. And Raul just coming into this. I'd rather have a hard, truthful facts come out. They're coming. They're going to come. The hard, truthful facts are coming. Also, I wanted to state that when I'm not bleary-eyed with my partner over here, this one, we talked about it today. We're starting a timeline that should rival Murdoch's on information.
I can kind of do it right now. Remember that night that I was spitting it all out to you, and you're like, "Are you writing this down?" I was like, "No,"
because it was so good. I hate when she does. Okay, so 3:00 in the morning is her best time for thought. Catch her 3:00 in the afternoon, and I'm like hitting my head against the wall. I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
She literally gets like frustrated. this is why little sister, like having like just a slightly younger sister, but that's all. But now is old enough, PS, to do everything that you can do. But so like you just turn around and it's that literally that sigh of like, you're not fucking listening to me. Yeah, I am. But while you tell me all that, I swear I swear to gracious, I heard it. But I also wanted to ask you about this. Just this, I'm like right now I can see her. Like I didn't like what is her hand on her face anywhere? My guess is going to be yes. If she's just kind of looking, like I can feel it. If I looked at, I don't even want to look at my phone right now.
It was.
Okay,
Hold on.
so
We got a duck.
oh,
Talking about ducks, my mom got me a duck for Easter when I was 10 years old. Named Mrs. Gertrude. That's the best duck name I've ever heard of.
oh my God, it's like from the Beatrix Potter books.
That's Mrs. Puddle. I loved her books. Oh my God, I was obsessed.
Roger Rabbit.
Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. Hold on. Mrs. Tiggy Winkle was the porcupine. Jemima Puddle. Jemima Puddle. Help me. Somebody, you guys know what this is. Jemima Puddle. Something.
Puddle jumper.
I know that. Remember when you spent like 36 hours walking around the Watts neighborhood on Google Earth?
Actually, Mark, get off my phone and out of my head, because that was giggle number 2 of the day. Remember
for
that?
those who are new,
hey, Tia, you remember?
No. For those who are
Tia,
new,
you remember that night?
No, that was like 3 days, by the way. We worked.
I remember I was sitting on the floor. I was on the floor.
That's when the office. I didn't have my
table.
office. It was I was in the bedroom. I had like a card table. We were on Seeking the Truth with Dave and doing research for the Watts case, and literally got on Google Maps. Well, okay, so first we watched the video of Jane, the dog handler, which was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Only rivaled by Nate's videos. Only rivaled by that, because you watch them and we literally would watch, pause, watch, like every step so we could see everything. In fact, I did it for this one of these videos. So then we were like, okay, I don't understand the location. I don't understand where she is. So we pull up Google Maps. We're walking. We have our own right here on this one. And on this one is Jane. And we're walking. We're like, wait, there's that house. Oh, no, that house isn't done yet.
But we took like a slight picnic, though, halfway through the walk in the Jane video, because we noticed that the dog really wanted some water. And so we started finding, remember me talking about the spigot? And this is even before that crazy woman, like, drinking the water out of the spigot of the hose. No, this is Watts days. And we got for like a solid 30 minutes. I was like, there's a spit that turned. I was like, no, we got to get that.
She's
that
looking for
right
water
there under
and we're
the bay window.
Screaming. We are screaming. It's like 4:30 in the morning. We're screaming, right behind you, Jane. We're like yelling.
And then we were just like, oh, fuck it, walk home.
I know that neighborhood better than my own. I know that neighborhood better than my own.
Remember the big electric in the middle of like the open field area that was so we're on the back side now, like where the pool house would, if we're standing on the back side, the house is to our right, like go straight up and to the right.
To where he dumped the clothes, where the dumpster
when the
was.
dog was So like, but we're standing back
behind those
there,
houses.
and that's in our so we're back there. And remember when the dog kept circling around like the rectangle, like electric power box thing, and we were like, dude, and it's like the dog stops and it's like, Jane, I am so thirsty. It is so hot out here. I've been smelling. I see it. Take me. It went rogue, fast and hard. And I was a very big contributor to it. But I'll tell you one thing, I can shut my eyes right now and walk, like I'm
Oh, I
that.
could just describe the
Mhm.
houses to you. It is so, you have no idea. And that was early. LFT and I only knew each other a few weeks by then. It was all, we became friends real fast.
No, she just lied to all y'all. She just lied to all you guys. No, that was like we had already gone. We were over like a year at that point.
For what? When we were doing no, I thought we were working with Dave on that.
When we that was the whole this is like when Cheetah came up.
Oh, excuse me.
By the
you
way,
know what? You're right. I did lie.
This is Richard Pryor Cheetah, because that's where I came up with the Cheetah thing.
Cheetah.
And then remember, because I remember Cheetah, because that's when I was sitting on the floor. Then I made all those little memes of me, like when I was little holding the phone, but it was like the Cheetah.
Yes,
that was
remember
the same
she
time.
had the hold on, where did Muck Boy's comment go? LFT had the board up with the tax administrator.
Remember when we were like, well, we had to take down the mirror to do it, and then I was like, oh, F this, and I was like, I can't live like this without this mirror up behind me, because remember I took it down and we did those big sheets of paper over on the entry wall, like right before the kitchen.
No, Muck says I'm right. It was, I think it was Dave. I think it was Dave's. We were, you know what? We can go back and we can see. How did we meet? We met on, do you guys know Jays for Justice? That's where we met. We met
at a bar.
Chat. We met at a bar. So yeah. Jays for Justice.
But we don't know how we started. Neither one of us can get to the point of why did we start talking every day? I know that goes to today.
It was early.
But seriously, Tia, what put us on the phone? Like we all of a sudden it was like, okay, well, like I don't remember being like, okay, well, here's my phone number, and if you are like how like I could work on. I have no idea. But it went from like 0 to like to.
We went from strangers to like living together, and here we are. We met in I was a mod for J is for Justice. And she came in, and Crazy Mama came in, and I was friends with Crazy Mama already. And then Dave started his channel, and I think LFT was the first panelist he had on. And I had talked to Kim Kaufman on Jay's channel, and Dave wanted to talk to me. And Dave had just started his channel like within a week of all that. Like it was very, very new. And he was like, hey, do you want to come up and be, do a panel with me? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I've never done that. And I did. And then I was like, oh, I want to research some of this stuff. Like just, you know how you're like, oh, let me look that up. And he was like, hey, here's this other girl. She's doing the same thing. So we're like, okay, cool.
But I don't remember any of that. I don't think I had that conversation with him. Like, I cannot remember Dave.
Yeah, I did. I know I had that conversation. Like, okay, cool. You guys are going to do this. But then I don't remember how we got to Tinder. We did not need it. Yes.
I remember like a year later. No, I've got $5 on Red 8 for my vote. I still think you and Muck are wrong. I know it was the time of
no. I think Muck and I are right. Muck was so. To be fair, it's funny the two people that are in here right now. How long ago? Dave started his channel in 2020, the end of 2020.
It was COVID Christmas. We were comfortable enough with each other where it was the very first COVID Christmas. And you, like, by that point, I remember because you gotten the high school hoodies and stuff. You were wrapping that stuff.
Yep.
And we were still on at like 2. Yep. And I'm going with my gut.
Tony was gone by then, but that was it was right after that. Muck was, so we left Dave. We worked with Dave for, I think, 2 months. Thanksgiving and
Oh,
Christmas, and then on New Year's Eve we left Dave, and then we decided to start our own channel because we figured, what the hell? We thought we'd try it. You know, we're so stupid. We're like, what the hell are we doing? We don't know what we're doing. What? I even called LFT and I said, would it be stupid if? And she was like, yeah, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard of. Let's create a channel. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's do
And
that.
how
shit.
did you get my phone number? When did I give you my phone number? Why are
Go
you
back on
calling?
Facebook and look. I have no
I'm kidding
idea.
you.
It was
No, we've already done this. Like someone asked us one time, they were, how did you two meet? And we both knew, like, I mean, it was like
I have no idea how. I mean, I know
Jay,
it was in JS for
but
Justice.
neither one of us. But we cannot come up.
Somebody asked
someone
Dave.
that all,
I have
like,
no
all of a
idea.
sudden becomes. No,
I don't.
No, do not ask
Kidding.
him.
We're kidding. Don't bother Dave.
But
Muck Boys
kidding.
used to be a subscriber of Dave's, and we loved Muck, and we loved another person who I don't want to say their name, but Muck Boys was our first, when we started our channel, Muck Boys was our first subscriber. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'll name the name. Kez Chick was our second subscriber and our second
Wait a
mod.
minute. That's forgot
Actually,
about that.
I made
forgot
Kez
that he
Chick
was.
a mod before I made myself a mod. I didn't even know that I could make myself a mod. Isn't that funny? Jay started
Okay.
yes. Oh, Periscope.
I'm interrupting you for 30 seconds.
Go.
One, we'll be. No, you don't. You're really good at your research. Hold on. There was son of a biscuit. I can only scroll up so far. Hold on.
Nah, you're great,
Little kids in
Wheel.
the
We
closet.
love you.
Yeah. Like Will's like, ladies, back on track, and we're like, no, not yet. Hold on, one more.
It was about 3 years ago. You're right.
Give me 5 more minutes. Okay, wait a minute. So wait, then Mystic just said something, and I was like, okay, Mystic, you're right, because the only thing I do remember that, because that was right when I was starting to talk to you, and it had already all happened, but I had just heard about it. So I remember going through, apparently the two women that had that channel when they finally got, oh my God, it was like MGL, when she was up and she got Oni on the phone, trying to get him to admit that whatever that channel is. I don't even know because I found about that anything through watching Jay's old stuff. So I binge watch like a weird crazy person, but thank gracious it was COVID, so there was nothing else to do. I literally went back and listened to that Oni thing. Is one of the wildest things I've ever heard about in my life.
I still don't know about it. I still have no idea about any of that. I really do.
And then I remember getting so upset because it was all about like the swatting stuff. And okay, Mystic, maybe you'll remember. There was an older gentleman, and he had a YouTube channel, and apparently, I remember him coming on. I don't want to say it was Jay's. I'm not saying that. I just really don't know what channel it was on, but it was one involved in this whole Oni story. And this old man came on, and the most innocent, I think, lived by himself. Like I remember just my eyes watering, because it's that thing like where people take advantage of someone, or just being vulnerable in a way. And he was so tender-hearted when he spoke, and he had been swatted like 3 or 4 times, like legit, like they had gone after this old man. Oh my gosh, Mystic.
Look, Jamie, Texas chick said she was an OG mod for Jay back in the Oni days. I must have come in right after you.
Yeah,
that's really funny.
Okay, Mystic, I remember seeing that in the midst of everything, and I just remember, it just broke my heart seeing him. Like, he was a really nice guy, but I'm so glad someone else is like, I swear to God, what she's saying does make sense.
Dave,
so I might not understand.
Dave the name?
No, I mean, he kind of wear a straw hat sometime. Wait, that part I might be just making up in my memory. I don't remember his name, but I remember I'd rather you swat me or someone for no damn reason than go after.
No, don't do that either.
A guy. No, don't. I mean, but you know what I mean? That whole, it was heartbreaking. But no, Oni was crazy. It involved candles, swatting. he and Jay used to be super close, him totally throwing her under the bus. It was just ridiculous. Oh, and then remember the thing when his dog had to go to the hospital?
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. It was awful, yeah. But I wanted to tell y'all
Hey, you
this and how
guys, Jules of All Trades True Crime. We need to check that out. We need to take a field trip over there. Hey, let's find
while
out.
you do that, I'm going to tell you. You do it.
No, hold on. I was going to try and find out who that is so that we can. I don't have that link, but let's everybody write that down and go over there and subscribe, because if Wheelby is recommending, then that's a good channel. He was a vet. Okay. Why the heck were they all swatting him because he had a YouTube channel? Oh, Jesus.
It was something. I can't remember what it was, but I just remember being like it, like that sinking feeling that you get, like your heart sinks literally, because you're just like, something hits you, like just touch that, tenderheartedly touches you. And it was just, I was like, and he was all alone. And it was just, I don't know.
Why did they do that to him?
I don't know what it was.
Why did they do that to him?
I think I only saw like 2 clips of him. He's not like I never got the impression that it was some like crazy man that was doing anything. He literally.
Oh, they're not fact-based, Benjamin?
I don't even know what.
No, Glenjamin knows how I am. If you ain't fact-based, I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. Read the Oklahomian articles. I've already been doing that. I subscribed to them. It was 2 names. Oh, Brandy. Thank you.
Okay. Wait,
yeah, we're talking about the really sweet old guy, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ginger. Let me interrupt you for 1 second, LFT. I want to just business. Ginger, you've been amazing. I know you're going to the funerals on Friday, and thank you for going to the funerals on Friday. And if you wouldn't mind, maybe just saying a little prayer from us while you're there, I would really appreciate it. I really enjoyed all of you. Which one did who? I really enjoy all of you. JL, Jenlu. Oh, we work together all the time. I love them. Those are my girlies. Melissa Jade is amazing. She's funny as hell.
MJ, Allie.
Who's AB? Allie is one of our best friends.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Jenlu's amazing. She's very good. Short videos, very factual. Look into the Idaho timeline. Oh, that's the other thing. Remind me about the timeline. We're going to work on that. She even posted a disclaimer at the beginning of the videos. Oh, okay. All right. I'll check it out, man. Because you're telling me. Okay. Thank you.
That's
he was a very generous guy, like with allegedly with Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. All right, cool. And listen, make sure that if you're fans of those people that you go like their videos, leave a nice comment, tell them we sent you. Ginger, yeah, it's a big favor to ask. I hope you don't mind. I like Melissa Jade a lot. I haven't watched her in a while, but for no reason I like her. She's so funny. You know what? She worked her ass off and her channel's paying off. She's doing great things. I like her. She does her own research. LFT and I are lucky because we have each other to take some of the load off. It's easier when you have a partner. So for those like Allie and Jenlu who do it by themselves, they really need a lot of credit. We need to make sure.
I don't know. I think at least one person can chat and see what it's like when I'm up here by myself. It's hilarious. I'm going to finish my comment, just so you know, come hell or high water, about the thing that made me laugh earlier.
Tell me.
Can I? Like, are we?
I'm going to shut my mouth now. I just wanted to make sure that Ginger, I said something to Ginger before she dozed off to sleep, because I don't know if I'll see her before Friday. So I just wanted to ask her if she would do that for us.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Ginger.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to look like a douche going to say what I'm to say.
No, you're not. Say what you're going to say.
Okay. Well, y'all remember Hey, y'all remember when we were
Remember?
just talking about? Y'all remember like how we're talking about, like, how long it's been? How do we meet? Well, that's funny because not only like have we've actually met in person, but I was having a flashback. So Tia came to my house for a couple days. And I just remembered me going into your room that night and flicking the lights on and off. I was like, this is also a service that we offer. You need to text. I've never seen her shoot up. This is after she asked me essentially to turn off the light in a way that you should never ask someone, hey, can you please turn that light off for me?
No, ma'am, you did not say
But-
anything wrong. You said everything correctly. And I love that you said it. And there is nothing wrong with what you said. Everything is great. I appreciate you. Not a damn thing is wrong. But yes, so the story is, wait, I enjoy Melissa Drade's trivia nights. Oh God, they're funny as hell. And her 911 content is amazing. I'm also driving by Jesse's boss's office tomorrow. Oh, okay. All right. Not at all. Mrs. O, not a damn. I want to make sure that you understand that. No. Do you remember the 31st day in December? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. This is a story. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'm going to tell you the story of what really happened. Go ahead. You tell your story about me asking
let
how the
me-
light turned out.
Well, no,
Go ahead.
I will. Actually, you're right. I will.
Okay.
And cover your ears to whatever she tries to rebuttal this as, because her sleepy
I'm
ass
going to tell
is
you the
not gonna- I
truth.
know because
I come with the facts and the proof. Remember that.
oh
Speculation,
you
Your
can
Honor.
take all the seats. You can take all.
You
the
you can take you can go sit in a stadium.
Okay,
and
let me just tell you. Go fly a kite. I was about to say play in traffic, but that one's more. That's a little harsh.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's what happened. Yes.
Make it a quick story though, because
Thea gets in. I've listened to everything that you've been saying. Yeah.
it's so hard to work with
Mhm.
me. I'm sorry.
She's like, she said that out loud, but in her head, she was like, it's so hard to work with her. Y'all don't, I know, like, feel like I know it. Don't, just shut up. This is what happened.
Go ahead, tell your story.
Tell y'all a fabricated tale. So Tia comes to visit, and the room's all set up. And by the way, the light switch is even like indicated, like light and fan, obviously, because it's the one on the ceiling. So Tia comes in. By the way, first of all, tucks her own ass in bed and gets like into the middle of it, and it's just like, yeah, and talking, and I walk back in there.
Let me back
then
up for 1 minute. I
No,
drove
wait, we're
5
not-
hours. I left at 6 at night, drove straight 5 hours, made record freaking time on a holiday, I might add.
Yes, which
And-
also irritated me because every time I've had to do the same very similar drive,
Oh yeah, I
for 8 years in a
flew.
row.
I flew
She
down.
flew, and then of course it got to the point where I was like, hey, seriously, if you'll knock it down by like 5 miles an hour, I'm
She
jumping
told
in
me
the
I couldn't
shower
come there.
super
I was
fast.
in town, and she's like, "You can't be here yet."
And I was like, then you're also a piece of like, just kiss my ass. Like, I can't believe you're already here. Like, I love it, but what the heck? Like, let's not even go there. That's gonna take me off another chance. We have gone off the deep end. Okay, so needless to say, she gets in kind of late, just like I have too there, and I've had to tuck myself in when I go. But so another thing. Oh, the hair went up. Okay, so y'all, she gets here, and we're talking and everything. She's all settled in her room, but we're still talking. But somehow the next thing I know, like, she's in the bed, like not on the side, like centered and comfy and cozy. And I was like,
Pillows,
do you want this?
fans
And I was like,
on.
no. And I was like, yeah. Okay.
Might have had my edible.
So imagine. Yeah, that's cool. So, but I may have not known all that, at that
Mhm.
very moment. So just whatever wall y'all are looking at in your house. So just envision like the wall ahead of you has a bed, So the bed's up against that wall, and to your left is a closet. To your right is the other side of the room, the other bedside table, and a lamp. I was on the left side by the closet.
She was as you come in the door.
Mhm.
The lights on the other side of the room.
Yeah. So this fool all of a sudden was like, "Hey, I'm gonna Houdini on you right in front of your face. Just so you know, we're under the same roof. I'm gonna see if you figure it out." Well, I figured it out. So I go in there, and we're still kind of like mid conversation, but then I see her under the can only see the top of her head kind of deal. And I was like, well,
I was
that's
snoodled
cute.
in.
Hello. So I like fixed whatever I came in there to make sure she's all squared away. Remember, I was brushing my damn teeth because I had my toothbrush in my mouth. I pulled
That's
that
right.
and
I
it's like
forgot about
walking
that.
in.
You were.
And y'all, she literally pops her head up, just like all of a sudden. It's kind of like that startled, almost like, "Why are you talking to me?" And your response is, "Wait, seriously?" We've just okay, no. And she just kind of gave me the look. She goes, "Hey." She's, what do we do about this? What do we do about the light? And then it was kind of like, and then you get this
No,
like
I
very
said,
like just in.
Actually, what I said is, who do I call about the light?
Yeah. You're like, but she asked it in like a very like just like such a sweet like kind of way, and then it's like that innocent look where you kind of turn your head a little bit, and she's thinking like, all right, I don't even know if I should be doing this, but she did this look at her head turn, and she made like almost the clapping, like clap on, like, does that work? And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, you didn't. And then I trip over her big ass suitcase. By the way, most time we didn't care because now it's her room, and that's totally fine. She can do whatever she wants there. The suitcase wasn't open in the closet where I was. It was open between the chest, the trunk at the end of the bed, and the wall. So and it's not totally bright in the room because apparently one light had been left on, and I don't know how that happened. How she got in bed and wasn't like, does this thing on the table have one of those knobs that turn?
I got in bed. I had my iPad set up, which is what I do at night. I go and I watch my friends.
I may as well not even been here in my own house. I may as not even mid conversation though. She was like, I wonder if I just kind of sneak off and I'll trick her by leaving this one light on.
Record, I had lived in a hotel because my house flooded for 8 months. So I was kind of used to being pampered. Not that they came in and tucked me in or turned my lights off, but I just felt so comfy. And it was such a nice room. I just was like, I drove 5 hours. I hung out. I talked. I had peopled enough. And I was like, who do I call about this light situation?
But y'all, that look, if she literally almost put her hands together, like she did, like the did a clap, and I literally was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" Then my ass trips over her open suitcase between the trunk and the wall. I have a toothbrush in my mouth, and I was like, "Hold on, let me get that." You are right. I don't know who we call, but we're finding out tomorrow. Well. Then I was like, okay, screw with me once. Now it's gone.
She turned the light out. She's leaving.
Turn the light out. I leave.
Finally go to sleep. I'm exhausted. I literally
yeah, no, enough for me to go back to my own room in my own house, like rent, spit, fluoride, whatever. And then I walked up into the den to like come turn out a light, just making sure everything was set and out, and like coffee cup, everything was out for her in the morning. I did need to make sure I did all that. And then I was literally like, you know what? And I was like, watch this. Literally, this is how it happens in my head. So I don't say anything. I just walk into the room, not even all the way in, just to the doorway where the overhead light is, where the overhead light switches. And I flick that crap on, off. And I proceeded to tell her, this is also a service we provide sporadically throughout the night. If you would like to opt out of this, please text. And then I left. And I was like, good night.
What did I do?
I think you were like, I will. If
I just
wasn't
rolled over
so
and I was
cozy.
like
she literally was like, no, but she woke up like, and then this time she woke up into that head thing going like, wait, what? Is it on fire? What do we need to do? Like real startled. And I was like, nothing. Good night. And that's what I thought about today, and it made me laugh.
Oh God, that was so funny. This is a
But I
service
came
we
in out of the
provide.
blue.
On off, on off, on off, and I'm like, trying to
She's
fucking
like,
sleep.
she's literally like, what? She's like, wait, what's going on? And I was like,
What the
first of
fuck
all,
is happening here?
jackass, I was just in here 7 minutes ago. Don't act so surprised. She did that to me one night. Y'all, she was texting me like boom, 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 left and right. Like the text messages were going back like not a care in the world. But I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. I'm not texting anymore. So I call instead of immediately responding. It's like her reply comes to me, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not writing. Call, and I get this. What? Hello?
What?
And just so put off that I just called her, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with? What do you mean?"
She goes, what do you mean? What?
What?
And I'm like, what do you want?
She was like, "Why the fuck are you calling me? What are you? Who? Give your phone to the person in the bed next to you, then, because I need to talk to them. I need to understand what the hell just happened, because it was the most like, just like I woken her up
she's
from
like
a 7.
indignant with me. Are you asleep? Well, yeah,
No,
it's what I'm doing. It's sleepy time.
oh, then there was like a rustling because she's like, I'm answering on my watch. I can't find my phone, and then I'm also like, well, then how the hell have you been texting me? Because you're using your watch really well for the speak to text. It's coming through like a champ. I don't know if you realize that you've been having to hit that button on the side of your watch to actually speak it in there
It was
every
my
time.
watch, and I was like, what the fuck do you want? I was like, fuck you. Then there's one more story, and then we'll let you go. I swear to God. So I know I've told you guys this before.
I don't know if this is funny. Is anyone else laughing? I haven't even looked at are there two of us left? Are we talking just to each other? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
And I
this
am
is what
okay
we do.
with
We
it.
tell stories all the time, back and forth like this. But so this was about probably a year ago now. I'll have to go back and look, but it was probably a good year ago.
And then she's gonna be like,
LST was really going through something, and she hadn't really told me what was going on. And then one day she like she waits like we're working all day, right? This isn't funny at all. I don't know why.
It's not. If y'all actually knew how serious this was, like, and I am very, very shut up. Y'all would not believe this about me in this moment, but I'm pretty like, I'm always nervous to kind of speak up sometimes, especially to confide in someone.
Yeah, that's true. She doesn't confide easily, and it took her a long time. So
so this was like just want to really paint that picture, because that will make you laugh even harder when you see what happens.
So
next.
she I knew something was up, but I didn't really know what it was. I didn't want to buy, and I'm not the person that's going to be like, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up. I will on certain things, but like if I gather that it's kind of serious, and it's private, like we're not going to do that, right? So I didn't say anything.
No, it was. I think she just missed a large part of. Like,
Crazy Mama, go back to sleep.
Yeah,
roll over.
I love it.
What are you doing?
This is amazing. But Crazy Mama also knows the rest of the story, so she's laughing even harder right now.
No, I have the
herself,
comment.
probably
Look at your screen. Look at your screen.
I know.
I just woke up and grabbed a drink. So,
but she's also envisioning us.
LFT is going through this situation, and we've been working together. I think Crazy Mama and I and LFT had all been working together all day. LFT decides to.
And we've been texting.
It was one of the we had been texting, but it was one of the first times that she had voice messaged me. And so she's voice messaging me this deep, dark
and
stuff
pouring her
in
heart
her
out.
life. Now, mind you, let's go back. Let's rewind. Where is Tia? Tia's in bed. I might have taken an edible. Not sure. I might have been asleep. Probably.
I object.
So
I object.
She
I
is
object.
sending me message after message after message, and she is pouring her heart out. And I mean truly.
And I was getting
like
responses.
remember
I was
your
getting
deepest
responses.
things in your heart, and your crazy mama had to deal with the crying after. So it's late at night. It's probably 1 or 2 in the morning. Who knows? And I have my AirPods in, you know, these little things. And did you know, because I did not, so be very careful or you get in trouble like I did. I did not know you could answer on your AirPods. So
Well, look,
as
y'all,
she's telling
she figured
me
it out.
as she's telling me this important information that I need to be aware of, you know, and she had just finally come to terms with it, and she was saying it out loud, and it was a big deal. My response is, I know, I read a lot.
And then LFT, and then I proceed to apologize. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Good night. Like, okay.
Oh,
I didn't
I'm
realize
so sorry. Oh,
you already knew. I didn't even know really until today.
How did you know?
Actually,
I didn't know.
I was just like, oh my God, I'm so okay. Then I felt like a dumbass, and I was like, this is why I don't like people. This is why I don't like people, and why I keep shit to myself.
Let me finish the story because it gets better. I have no recollection because of said edible. And I wake up the next morning and I look at my phone and I go, oh, there's messages. I should probably listen to these. And I'm like, huh. And then I notice I replied with, I read a lot. And I was like, huh. What are we talking about? So, hey, it's time to go to work, Nate. What are you doing? So my response is I read a lot. I go back and I listen to the messages and I'm like, literally my face was, oh my God. Did I just say that?
And by the way, my voice message, I think I was tears when I said it. Like I wasn't.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, 100%. It was raw and emotional. I call her and I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, all she says is, uh-huh. And I'm like, no, I swear to God, I was asleep.
I mean,
I answered through my AirPod, apparently, and I didn't remember doing it, and I'm so sorry. And all I could say was, I was so sorry, and I felt so bad. And I don't know why I think it's so funny now, because it's not as funny now. It's not funny now either, but it was really funny.
It is funny, but it does still sting a little bit, but it's fine. Like I have a great therapist, and I've really worked hard to overcome some flaws of my own personal behavior and try to adjust and change, because I'm clearly the problem.
I'm panic. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't do this. This wasn't me. I swear to God. And she's just like, uh-huh. Oh, Miss Zoe.
No.
So yeah, I can't be trusted after midnight.
I'm a smart ass. I'm going to take this and then I'll deal with it tomorrow, gummy.
So if you ever hear me say, oh yeah, I read a lot, that's what that's from. That's from me, her telling me her deepest, most important thing at that moment in life. And I'm like, I read a lot. I already know.
Mind you. And this is how close we've all gotten. And these are the other one that's laughing in the chat. She didn't tell me she read a lot. She just, that hers went down a little differently. And then when it went down with all three of us together, it went down a little differently too. But it is funny. No, but Tia was an ass.
Tia was.
And I literally, and then my Pollyanna ass was like, my God, you're right. I'm sorry. Like
she did. She apologized.
I'm so sorry I did message this late. I apologize. Like you,
oh my God, you guys, I'm
it,
so sorry. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I was like, well, you fucking should be. Because I read a lot.
and I was like, I know, I was like, I should have known. I've been with you for almost, I'm guessing over a year by now. We don't know when we met, but let's face it, we have to deal with it. It's real and it's deep, and we're stuck with this. And I haven't,
Oh,
and I confided in you like we were family because courtesy of the co-videos, we became
I felt like
you
shit.
jumped into this just as, oh my God, but it
I
is funny now, but
still,
it
I
wasn't
still feel bad.
funny the next day yet for me.
It was no,
Like
it wasn't
I
funny.
was dealing
I
with
think
my own
it's
emotions.
yeah.
I was
No,
she did. Yeah, no, she really did.
I felt terrible because that is not the. By the way, that was not the proper response.
But the best is I do
not the response.
Yes, but
I am truly feeling LFD. It was.
I know.
It was
Frigidaire.
We
Hear
have
me
so
out. I'm legit.
many stories like that.
It was.
I can tell you stories about all of us that would just you piss your pants over.
The best is the other one is crazy mama going, why are my hands all red and glittery? And I was like,
yes,
is this a
she
joke?
is definitely the older sister. Yes.
No, for real. Could you pick up on that? Because here's another good one for y'all. You know when you do something like every once in a while, I'm pretty good at getting her like the night like before she really crashes, and to the point where I know I go if I send this, this is gonna put her over the edge, like into hysterics laughing. And I've done that several times. Like remember the night when it was just I was on a gift kick. Like you could like it was I went like crazy.
We have conversations with gifts back and forth before we go to sleep. Just pull, and then what happens is my edible may or may not affect me if I've taken one. And so I start randomly, like we'll have a full-on conversation, and then I'll randomly pick one that just has nothing to do with anything. And I send it, and I get the. Every time. Every time.
Do you remember that time I sent you that funny Tig Notaro clip about her pushing the stools?
Yes, I still have the recording.
And then remember that night I topped it with me. I pushed my own stool, y'all. Did the noise like it was just the movement of the stool back and forth, and
just
then on video,
no sound,
me.
just the stool moving back and forth.
That means I go, I'm going to bed.
I sent her one night. I don't even know what I was laughing about, but she'll probably tell you because she'll know. But I sent her, we were having a conversation and I was just about to fall asleep and she sent me something or said something. And I was laughing so hard I couldn't get the words out. So all you hear is you just hear me laughing.
I saved that recording. Mine don't automatically save. Any voice recording is like Tia Dash has saved this message. And I'm like, that's amazing. You wonder why you don't. Yeah. So hers automatically.
I just buy new phones for more storage. Yeah.
I literally, I don't. I have to click tap to save or whatnot. That was not. First of all, she left out another good part of that night, or the night before or night after. Like this continued for a good couple nights, but she just all of a sudden starts opening up about all this shit. She was like, and I talked to so and so, and I'm going, what? And she goes, oh, that was so funny. Remember in that live when they were saying with that they got all this great info? She was like, that was mine, and I was like, what? Like I said, what? Like my response 6 lines in a row was what? Like, each time it kept.
That was the best.
Like this, I have never been like more going. It got bigger and like she was like, I chewed bubble gum today. That's what? Oh, okay, cool. like, what? Like me being like confused, like, why are you telling me this? Hey, I know we said we weren't gonna do this, but 2 days ago, I entered us into this thing. What? Oh my gosh, that thing's alive. That big top secret information that no one was supposed to, like, we don't know, it was sent. So she goes, that was me to someone that I was, and I didn't understand the dynamics or the context. But so I go, what? And then it,
Muttley.
go ahead, Tia. Tell them what happened next. Tell them what happened next because it was so good.
So I had done this. If I remember correctly, I had done this research on something, on a case.
And I was like, I didn't even know we were working on that case. Did not even know we were getting involved. But I'm on it. Where should I catch up? Nope.
Turned out to be,
we're done with that case now.
Turned out to be inaccurate. Completely inaccurate. It was great. So, no, it wasn't inaccurate, was it? I know who I gave it to.
I was about to say, I was about to say that's literally brand new information that you just released right there.
No,
You said
I
it was
know who I
inaccurate,
gave it
I had
to.
not known that.
It was top secret information that I had gotten from a source.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I had given it to somebody to use for their live because it was good info.
Mm-hmm. It
And
was real good info.
2 days later, I heard a third YouTuber using the information that I had given. Because, that's how it works. So then
I was like, I didn't even know we were working on it. No, we're
but the person
not
I
anymore.
gave it to
That
was so random.
I found out about it on a
so
live.
random. It was so random. The person that wound up delivering the information, because the person who got the information didn't actually give it out. They didn't do it on their live. So when I heard it on the third person's live, I was like, oh my God, I know where you got that from.
And she's laughing hysterically, and she's trying to.
And they're going,
oh yeah,
no,
because
they're live.
You were
They're
sending voice
literally-
messages.
This is in their live. They're going, I have this source.
Oh, because so getting voice messages like that.
And I'm going,
Like that, right there, that face. That's what I'm getting in a voice message. So there's no words. It's like she's trying really hard to talk. And she was like, and then I get one, and I can, at 47 seconds into the audio giggle message, I hear, I'm the source. And then it ends. And I'm going, what?
So, yeah, this is exactly what happens when you don't have sleep. No, but it's the God's honest truth. So I had given this information to a creator, it was good information now that I remember it. And they were very interested in it. And somehow this other creator got it, who I wasn't very fond of at the time. It's different now, but at the time I wasn't very fond of them. And when they say they heard it from a source, I was like,
Lo and
no,
behold,
you didn't. I know where you got it from because I'm your source. You just don't know that it was me that gave you that information. That was the best. Oh,
and apparently Tia had
extracts.
forgotten. Apparently Tia was.
Extracts.
That's that night and one other night. It is rare that I will keep a message from her because sometimes you're like, I know, I read a lot, whatever.
Shut up.
But I remember there were a few that I was like, I was like, I felt like I was on cloud 9. I was like, look at her tripping. Look at her. She's laughing. So I'm going to watch this. I'm going to take her over the edge. I'm going to tell her this. And then because then I feel like I'm out of the loop. So now I'm just going to screw with you for just a minute. But like, and to the point where she's like, oh my God, I just woke my husband up. Like, because I can see her right now laughing too, like the shoulder shaking and trying not to laugh out loud. But like your movements of trying not to laugh create more of a ruckus than you may as well laugh. And then I'll just really send her over the edge. with one or two. What was the night? What was the night? The God bless you thing? Because I was like, and who would even know what that like? What God are we like? Remember? Because I was like, what if someone was like, bless you, or so, like if someone sneezed and someone missed it, and in the chat someone wrote bless you, and say the person comes in late and they're like, oh my God, they're blessing someone in here. What would you do? Because they didn't hear the person on panel sneeze. And then I was like, and remember. And this is when
Enjoy,
Tia's
Mrs.
literally like,
O.
I need you to write this down. Like, I
Oh,
need you
God.
to write when this stuff happens down.
Oh my
And-
God, you guys, you have no idea how many times I've said that to her, but we probably need to end this, and we do need to go to bed, but I forgot
I'm not
about
sleepy.
I was trying to remember what made me laugh. But I remember now. That was really good info.
All I
It's
remember
Kylie-
was that I was
It's Kylie
sitting
Rodney
in
information.
I remember it was late, and I remember I was sitting
It's
in my
Kylie
bed because
Rodney.
I was still in. Yep, and I was still in my bed. It was like where you just kind of get in, like your knees are up, and you've got your bedside lamp on, and then my mind was just getting blown over and over and over. It was like, by the way, remember when I told you I didn't eat that candy bar of yours? That raccoon got it. It was really me. What?
Yeah. I was like confessing
Like
all my sins.
It was
There was like three
everything.
things. Let's make it a 24-hour live. There was like three things that I said, and that was the last one. And I heard, I was like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you this. I heard
Yes.
so-and-so today. Did you hear that live? And she's like, yeah. I was like, that was our information. She's like, what do
And I was like, oh yeah.
how did you?
And I was like,
And I was
wait,
like,
we're
I
working on
told
it.
this
Yeah.
person to use it. They didn't use it. They gave it to that person. It's just that I didn't like that person very much. So when I heard it, I was like, you a liar. You don't have any sources because I'm your source.
No, here's the best. No, she just tattled to y'all again. Not only did she say, like, she says, I compiled and sent this information. So she had taken a little bit of time to do some work. And I was like, what? Wait, what work are we doing? Nope, we're not doing it anymore. I already passed it along. But she said, I compiled. She was like, I don't know. I just compiled everything and sent. What? Where was I? I am typically like, I sure as hell know that you know where I am at least 97% of the time, because it's weird how she does this. Like if I set my alarm clock and or something, like I need to remember to call. Okay, if I don't hear from her by this time, so I'll set a timer for like 30 minutes. I shit you not, within like 17 minutes she'll call, and I was like, I need you to stop doing this. Because it happens.
One time she called me and she's like, I
time.
don't know where they are, but I know there's cameras here. You have to.
And I was like, I don't even care anymore. And I was like, I don't even care that they're here. I don't care. You can keep them up. Just tell me where they are, because I don't know how you do this. And it's like, how many times, like you've called before and I'd be like, you guys, I was like, it's really weird. And like, this is weird. How do you do this? I've asked her that several times.
I will tell you that Mrs. Owett, that's how to catch a mole. I've caught a mole twice doing that. But it's kind of fun, and it does humor me. It doesn't make me mad, because if you give the information out, to me, it's like giving money out. Once it's out there, it's not yours anymore. Like you put it out, it's whoever's information. And I always like to share information, but this was special. This was really special.
And it was at like a pretty high point, and it was an intense point. I think you're right. It was Kylie Rodney, and we only did
Kylie Rodney
much on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I heard it on
so
that
it was like
channel,
it's not like it was like a case that people. Yeah, and it's not like she handed it to someone like, yo, this is a new case. No one really quite knows about it yet. We're trying to generate it. No, like there's a lot of people around that are hearing and seeing all this. Made it.
I had a source.
I really think that really helped. Mm-hmm.
I think that helped that person a lot.
Like Google, like Google in accounts things that we pay for.
I love your readings. This is so.
I've tried to read a book to I've done that. That's actually Crazy Mama is probably. I bet. I don't doubt.
Where's
they're still in her
Shell?
ears.
Shell,
So I know.
that's
I know
picture
I know
books.
Crazy Mama's hearing this. So one night, everyone commits to me. They're like, read me a book. By the way, I said, what's the name of the book, Tia?
It's on my nightstand. Something, The Boy and the Horse.
The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse.
It's on my nightstand.
If y'all don't have the book, yeah, if y'all don't have the book, get it because it's amazing. So everyone's gun-ho for me to just read the book. So I was like, all right, bitches, we're all going to do this. Sit down, shut up, and let's read. Well, apparently we've got a lot of squirrels in our kumbaya circle of story time because, like, I have never seen people bolt from me voicing words out loud in my, like, I'm surprised and I'm talking to you all right now. I'm actually surprised because
I gotta go.
everyone was like, oh my God, I have to go. And then I was like, and only one person lasted, one person. And she's still willing to hear the end of the book.
It wasn't me, I can tell you that. She wasn't Crazy Mama. There was 4 of us on the Zoom call. I left. Crazy Mama.
Oh, no. I'm not going to tell y'all what this is, but you know when you have like your person, like you're going, like I don't want to go out with this group of people. I know we don't want to, but we have to. We got to get. We're going. Like we all got to go. I know we're not in the mood. Pajamas are comfy. I get it, but we're going. You know that person, so it's like safety in numbers. Like you go with somebody, and you're not going to leave them behind. And Tia, by the way, used to be a big fan of No Man Left Behind. I don't really know how she feels about it to this day.
That's how I met Nay. No Man Left Behind.
Yeah, crazy. See, I told you, Crazy Mom was still awake. We wanted to talk every day, but
no, she rolled over. She just woke up.
Yeah,
we probably woke her up.
I'm okay with that. Because I love you. Wait a minute. I was going somewhere good with this. What were we talking about? Oh, the book.
The book. Dipping quick.
Oh, dipping. Leaving a friend behind. So, like,
I know where you're
my
going.
motto.
This is your last story, though, because we have to go to bed at 3:30. I'm
not sleepy, so let me say the story. So it'll be like
you can stream off fucking night for all I care. I gotta go to bed. I got an edible waiting for me. I got to go.
I don't know why you haven't taken it yet. Like, take it now and just continue the story. Because
it's in my
bathroom.
Fall asleep. Can't do it.
You can't quite fall asleep till I fall asleep or get. Really
I know.
Tired-ish. I know. Crazy's like
I
power
read a
off
lot.
on my phone right now. Crazy Mom was like, "Oh my God, my phone just died." Because I'm like, "Who's still up?" I'm kidding. So you have this person who's supposed to be like, what, ride or die?
Yeah.
Like No Man Left Behind. I'm not gonna do that to you. Have y'all ever been somewhere where that person that you came to the place with, that's sitting next to you, she may have scooted down a few seats as the night went on, but like they're still there, and you've already expressed like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I'm staying here because it's like kind of the right thing to do. But I told you even before we left, I want to go home.
We were on a group call, and there was very few people. It was a large call. It was like a conference call. There was a lot of people on the call, and then there wasn't as many people left. And one of the people on the
people
call,
dropped like
look at flies. So then there wasn't that many people on the call.
And the one who was tired before the call even started and wanted to be like, I really just want to go home, but had to rally through it because we're all rallying through it.
She kept texting me, I want to get off. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I'm like, you can't. You can't.
Oh my God.
So you can't.
No.
So then the story goes on.
She's not gonna be able to.
Time goes on.
Time goes on. Time does march on. So no. Well, yeah, she's right. It
So
did
much
feel like a
time.
lot of time. I will give her that. No, she is right. It did feel like so much time, but in reality, I clocked it, and it really had like, I mean, to the
was a
point
long time.
where again, I had called shotgun. I had already called shotgun. I get to go first. I didn't want to go to begin with. Y'all look down. You ever notice at the table, and then you're like, wait, I can't. There's 4 people I walked in with. Why? There's only one here. Why the fuck are these 3 people still here? I didn't even want to be here. But these, like, the other 3 of my 5 left. Y'all, and it's like you turn around because you have to sneeze, but or like kind of cough, but you don't want to the table. And then you turn back around, and it's you and the 3 people that you didn't even want to be there with, but the person you came with, the seat is like still spinning because she left so fast. She leaves me, just leaves me. Doesn't say boo, doesn't say I'm getting off. Like I can't do it anymore.
That's not true.
You're on your own.
I had said several times that I was tired.
So had I.
And I had to go.
So had I. So had I.
Well, apparently the other person
but no,
didn't
like
take me seriously, so I had to prove my point. I was tired.
I
was
took
going
you
to bed.
seriously.
I also had.
I trusted her. No, what happened? I didn't care. Throw on the mute button. I peed 4 times. It's like that. Like I had to get up from the table. I had to pee. I was hungry. I probably wanted a gummy myself by then. I don't even remember. I just remember going, why the hell am I alone? And in this one, bounces, then proceeds to send me a voice message. Shut up. This is another giggle one where I can totally tell she's in the bathroom because there's more of an echo now. So I knew that. And she is laughing so hard that she can't tell me that she's left, but I can hear her being like, here's the toilet flush, and I'm laughing. And P.S., look to your left. Am I there? No, you are not there. And she's laughing. It leaves me there to pay the whole bill for the whole party that I didn't want to go to begin with. I was, and we got off, and then my butt, I was like, no, I will wake up the whole house right now. I will knock on your door.
I was in a hotel. I was in a hotel. I will never forget that. And I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, you just left me to take the slow.
I was like, leave me taking grenades. Left me taking grenades. And there wasn't even, you didn't even throw the dinghy or even a fucking, our floaty device. Hey, man overboard. If
you know what I did?
I
pulled a crazy mama. I was like, what? Click. I have to go. Click. Oh my God.
And then I was like, that's it, LFT. You start standing up for yourself and you go, no, I do not like that. And I made it very clear. I do not like that.
Carol Claus,
that's my second
she would
line
not have left you. She would have given you a White Claw. I didn't. I dipped. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to bed. It is late and I have had enough.
She dipped with the mini fridge and left me at a party she was like, remember all that? Remember it was BYOB?
Walked out with a 6-pack alone. That's what I did.
Yeah. It was BYOB. We're all coming. Everyone come over. Hey, all right, fine. Yes, I'll.
And I was like, okay, bye.
No, we got to go. I'll pick you up. Let's go together. Okay, let's go. We got the beer. Turn around. The bar is gone. We're not even in a bar anymore. Like, I don't even know where we end. Like, I was like, how did we end up on a boat? How did we end up on a boat? And why am I on here with 3 people that I wasn't prepared to be on here with? And quite frankly, I think I voiced this several times earlier throughout the night. I want to go home. I don't want to be here.
She says she wants to go home and I dip. It was awful. It was.
And she did.
I would.
And then she leaves me this haunting message.
I would like to tell you today that I feel very, very bad about that. I don't.
No, she doesn't.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit.
I'm still like, yep, that was me. I did that, and I stand by it.
And that little,
and you know what? If it happened tomorrow, I would do it again.
You would, but see, here's the deal. I remember when I actually I snuck out of Tia's house without her even realizing it one time. So I guess that's right. Kind of a little bit. But then, good detective, tell me how that happened. You were literally, I barely opened she's not even 17 feet away from me, and I was able to sneak out of the house, get in my car,
Because I
shut the
ran
doors,
to the
put my bag,
bathroom.
everything, and leave. And then she came in to an empty room.
I did. And I was like,
I
where the
can't
hell did she go?
remember if that was before or after I'd been left at the bar by myself, quoted like metaphorical bar. I don't know.
That was
I don't know. Okay. But we weren't in the middle of a situation where it was like, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. And I was like, you are home. I'm not home.
Oh, I didn't feel bad. Look,
Crazy
crazy
mama.
mama even tell you. I didn't feel bad at all. I called laughing.
No, I knew that. The message I got, because she knew even when she sent it like probably 13 seconds after she departs the ship on the ferry, the last ferry going back to mainland that she's on. And all I get is a giggling message where she knows that she is like, I left. I can't believe she's like, Flush, how pissed are you? I'm pissed. I'm a little PO'd. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you can suck on your bitter pill. I would do it again tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. It's the kind of person I am. Sounds nefarious where possible crimes were committed. Amen. All right, you guys.
Y'all don't understand.
I gotta go to bed.
What are you doing? So what are you doing now?
Oh my God, here we go. Text me every 5 minutes. I'll make sure I'll be listening.
No, I don't like playing this game with it. My heart hurts by the end of the night. Normally, by the way, I got the message too before. I've gotten the quote with because we always say goodnight. This is a weird thing. Yes, I do it with a handful of my friends. Crazy gets it every once in a while, but she can feel it. She's like in our heads. Like right now, we just said it to each other. We're good. This other one, we're not so good yet, because one time I forgot to say good night, and the next morning was like, I don't like that. What?
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Sleep.
When you don't. She didn't sleep very well, but let me tell you what, the past 3.5 weeks have pretty much shown where I'm like I wake up to the next morning and I go, I need to get a heart on that. Like, and we hung up 30 seconds ago. And I didn't even get a heart, and there are 4 more messages that followed that, like in succession. It's not like 4 hours later. Like this is, and Tia's like, my phone broke. I don't even know. Can you sleep without the good night messages? Because I've learned how to, and I'm like, no, I cannot. I can't do it. I haven't learned how to yet. But anyway,
I have to go play with Shift Happens. She's live. I'm gonna send you guys over to her.
1-800-Flowers. I called them a couple times the other night because we were having phone issues. But true story.
That's a funny story.
She
had us as her emergency. She was gonna make us her emergency. What is it? Your emergency person for whatever, I don't know. And I when we first met, it was so cute because I was like, oh, you can call me anytime, day or night. I'll take your call. And Crazy Mom was on Zoom.
And got mad if I didn't sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Crazy Mom was going, oh, yeah, me too. Me too. You can call me anytime. So she does one night.
Because something happened in the meantime. Something had happened in the meantime where I didn't call or something. I remember. So there really was like, and we still mean that. And don't think I won't. And sometimes I accidentally do. But like for real, they were both like, no, if it's something like call like that.
Right.
It's not going to matter. Well,
she did.
That's not true. That's not true. And that kind of fell
is a lie.
On both that was a lie. Don't trust if your friends tell you that. Don't believe it. It may be with the best of intentions.
I think she called 3 times. I slept through it. Crazy Mama slept through it, and she's like, "That's it. I've just made 1-800-Flowers."
My emergency contact number is 1-800-Flowers because those fools answer no matter what. Like you are going to get a recording at least. Not like immediately like 2 rings sent to voicemail, because if you do that in your sleep, I'll just be sadly offended. But like, no, but 1-800-Flowers. And this was the other night, Tia, when the phone kept messing up for both of us. Like, I was like, I tried calling Tia, and it was like doing that thing at the top of my phone. It just kept saying calling with the dots, and I was like, what the frick? Hung up. And then literally, I dial 1-800-Flowers, then it does the calling thing for a second, and then it's like, welcome to 1-800-Flowers. And I was like, I knew it.
If I
I was
don't
like, come in.
answer, I'll call you back.
So now that's what I tell Crazy Mama and Tia Dash. Like, don't worry about it, guys. I got it covered.
1-800-Flowers is on the job.
I'm in the hospital, and 1-800-Flowers is sending me stuff, so we're good. I'll call y'all when I get home. Maybe I'll try to message. If you want to respond, feel free, but you don't have to. If I don't answer, I will call you back. Well, they do sometimes, but not the past week and a half will be. If you want to talk to Tia about this and help her figure out sometimes when you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my God, look, your sweet friend sent you like 6 messages and y'all special message every night to say goodnight. And then you want to tell her, hey, are you up yet? That's like the response I get now. Are you listening to something of me?
No, I'm listening to something. I just got a message. Believe it or not, I really did.
Oh.
I got a message. They didn't call me. They called me. Look, Pointer Lover says
No.
she'll be your emergency.
I
Look,
know.
there's plenty of people here, honey. Look at
I
there's
know, and
26 people at 3:30 in the morning still watching us that are
I know,
waiting
and
to
it's not
hear
that I don't.
emergency contact.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't believe y'all. I do, and I like it's so like my heart warms, but I don't trust it. And it's not y'all. Blame it on the other one, the one that's pretending like she's snoring in chat, and that one over there, because I don't like opening up or trusting people, and people wonder why. Call me day or night. Okay. I read it. Here's this groundbreaking information. I know. I read a lot. I tried calling you like 3 times between 3:07 and 4:42 a.m. I'm really sorry. I wouldn't have normally done that. And then the message will be like, what's going on? That's what I get. What's going on?
Yeah. What's up? What's going on? What's so urgent?
And then I go, nothing. It's fine.
Never mind. It's fine. It's like, never mind. It's fine.
Then,
like, you better fucking tell me because you just woke me up.
Oh my God, did I didn't realize that. It was 14 hours later. Whatever.
Cease all
Sorry,
text. Maybe that's why cease. We need to send out a ceasefire.
No, here's the big thing. I even will turn on my do not disturb, but there are 4 people that have privileges around it. You know how it's like you can still receive messages from so and so. These fools are still on that list. They get to bypass the moon thing on my phone when I go to do not disturb in Tia's. Because sometimes I've seen it once on Tia's, and it's like this person has do not disturb. Do you want to send? And I go, yep. Be like, there you go. I heart you too, Crazy Mama, and all y'all. I swear to God, I feel like I should just make coffee right now and work on a timeline and then nap from like 9 to whatever time. 9 to noon.
Yeah.
I kind of want to put that timeline together.
All right, you guys, I'm shutting her down. I'm gonna go. I have to go get ready for bed because I can't talk to you right now. I'm expecting a call from you any minute. Oh, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for hanging out with LFT tonight. But damn it.
Let's do it.
Tia really
own Target.
I do. I want to thank you guys because when I came on this, I was feeling down and gloomy, and I'm feeling happy, and I laughed a lot. And you guys are, I'm really grateful. I'm really, really grateful you hung out with us tonight. And I think we're going to do what Glenjamin said and do what is it? Decipher After Dark. I think we're going to do that. That sounds like it's fun, right? Doesn't that sound like it would be cool to do Decipher After Dark more often?
Yeah,
For
it'll be
my
like playing
insomniacs.
shadow. It'll be like playing shadow tag. It'll be fun.
All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. For my Aussie friends.
And if y'all missed it, please go see Allie's live and from earlier tonight with Jin Lu, us, and Kate Does Crime was on there. And also go check out Jin Lu and Allie.
Hi, Astro.
Kate has done a ton of coverage. Well, Kate certainly on Henryetta stuff. But if you're interested in other cases, please go check out Jen and Allie's lives, especially the one on Jin Lu's from last night when they did the message thing, because I have to admit that was pretty funny.
All right, you guys, have a great night. And Cam slipped. Did everybody get that screenshot?
I hope y'all got it.
I hope you got it.
I'll leave.
All right, you guys, have a great night, and we'll try and talk to you tomorrow. When I wake up, I don't know what that is going to be. I don't know what's going to, I'm going to have to take that edible. I'm going to have to take 2 edibles tonight. So I close my eyes. I think of terrible things. So, just going to do the best I can. I wish you guys a great night. I wish you guys a great day tomorrow.
Call me if you need anything. So sorry. I love it.
You are evil and should be destroyed. It's already tomorrow. Have a great day today, you guys, and I'll see you later on. All right, you guys. Take care.